Whether you're at home, on the go, or at the stadium. Welcome to the Centre Bounce, your home for all things AFL Supercoach.
Hey guys,
your home for all things AFL Supercoach and team reviews. Jesus, Big J, we've got a massive one to come today.
I tell you what, I was talking to the wife and some other people today about it. If we decide, now this is something we haven't talked about, and maybe you're not in and I'll find someone else, but if we decide to stream on Friday for the final teams, it will literally be over, I think it'll be over close to 11 hours of content this week, over 5 days. Like, it is bananas, mate. I have a job, you have a job, I have a wife. Like, come on, man. But, you know, it's all for the fans, and hopefully you guys have definitely enjoyed what we've been doing. Mate, as Daniel says here, hope you're looking forward to this one. Appreciate all the content you have been putting out and over the... Oh, mate, I can't even talk. I guess before we get started as well, guys, Liam Reedy is not playing this week. So we'll touch on Liam Reedy probably to start with, but we'll just say, Reedy, you got to fix him, and then that's it, really. Liam Reedy, get in the bin. Unfortunately, his performance in getting like 5 touches in the AFL wasn't good enough for the coach. They've chopped him, and then that's it. So, yeah, Liam Reedy, fix your teams already. Already got a few people in the chat saying, hey, I've changed my team. I've changed my team. Aiden as well saying he's changed his team. So we're just going over the teams that we've been submitted as well, guys. So, yeah, the one thing I've noticed, Joe, from myself and my friend at the moment is everyone's team seems to be really similar. Like, there's 2 or 3 or 4 picks that are different, but then the rest are very, very close. So maybe we'll see some very different ones at the moment, but I think a lot of them are going to be very, very similar. So hopefully, we'll see if we get some curveballs, but we'll see what's up.
G'day, Kobe. Thanks for joining, my friend. Hope you're
doing
Kobe?
Well.
What else we got there? Flash, good to see you. Can't wait for the team
What's up,
review.
Flash?
Also, my team updated is the reply of my first comment. Okay, no worries. We'll have a look at that. Mark, how are you, Mark? Hi, guys. I've checked my team again last night. Of course, you have. Hayden as well. Good to see you, Stafford Bros. It's going to be a waste of time. No, it won't be a waste. It absolutely will not be a waste. Don't you worry. It's about I picked Donald Duck. At least you didn't pick Donald Trump. Charles, good evening, gents. Good to see you. Charles, been some time. There's still time to post another one, Mark. Lol.
We'll try it. We'll try not to.
We'll see. Logan, the team I sent. What? The team I sent in that I said was locked has completely.
And that's the same for me too. If you've been somewhat following what I've been doing and asking questions and whatnot, over the last couple of days, I've almost just reset my team and kept going. I guess the beautiful thing is, and I've said it before, and a few of you have taken notice that because it's rolling lockout, tomorrow we have Sam Walsh, we have Jagger Smith, and maybe Sam Grill as the only 3 you really need to care about. On Friday, there's like Blackiston, maybe Parrish, Sharp, who everyone's got anyway. And then what if you've got Zach Merritt? So there's so much you can change in your teams just over the next couple of days. Like, don't feel like, hey, you know, you have to go crazy. The one thing I would say is if you're going to play around with your team, don't change it too much to the point that you're putting in guys that you've never considered as well. That would be my only thing. Little bit of a talk before we jump into some teams. Bailey, we're doing great, mate. Let's smash it. I won volleyball. I'm very, very happy. Sucks to be the other team. I've got my snacks going and my water. Done.
No worries, Jack. Thank you very much, my friend. Big J, we've been watching you guys. That's why. Fair enough.
Yeah.
It's all going to come to group thing. John, g'day, John. I'm still working out who to bring in for Young, Goulden, or Blackiston. Oh, if you have to pick one of those two, I reckon Goulden.
Yeah, the beautiful thing is as well, I was speaking to Joe about it before. If you've got a team of 31 players and your only concern is like 2 or 3 of your players, you're doing very, very well. So your team in round 1 doesn't have to be the team that you're going to win the game with. We do have 40 trades and 5 boosts for a reason. So sometimes it's nice just to pick the team that you've got. Say, cool, I'm unsure on these 2 players. If the first couple of rounds don't go so well, I can spend a trade and then trade them off. We don't have to go like bananas and try and win the game off round 1 because it just won't happen.
Absolutely. So we're going to start with the Facebook teams. Enough's enough. It's been almost 6 minutes and we still haven't started. We've got a lot to go through. So once again, thank you all for your submissions. We start with Christopher Manno. Guys, love your work. Big fan of the show. Thank you very much. This is my team for now. 58,200 in the bank. 58,200. Let's see. Can we zoom in? Yes, we can zoom in. All right. Sinclair, Whitfield, Rose. Beautiful. Love the top 3. Grill, Sarong, Jacques. I'm going to call him Jacques Cousteau. All right, stuff it. Farrow not playing.
Jakes.
So Farrow's not playing. This is obviously pre-news.
Yeah.
I assume you've dropped Farrow to someone cheap. Like you can't type a comment and then
I can do what I want. That
is the height of pettiness, my friend. So Farrow's probably someone like a Selwood, maybe, or so to get someone cheaper. But his day costs are wrong. Okay. Goulden, Walsh, Young, Parrish, and Bruin, very nice. With Sharp, Carroll, and Blamires, very cool. English, McAndrew, Reedy. The potato, he's now a donor. Sheasel, Petrarca, Flanders, Filippo, Marshall, Robertson, McRae, and Lombard. This is no Buderick here. Love to see someone stick to their guns. I think your forward line is still very well. What do you reckon, Jez? Seems to be a very solid team.
Yeah, I think this is similar to the team I think that we're going to see across the board. A lot of very high ownership players. I assume Jagger Smith is in flex, Joe?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. So it's going to be, I think, stock standard forward line. Same with Jagger Smith, either in the flex or on field. I like it. I think if we're going into the season with teams like this as strong as they are, fantastic. You would be very happy, Christopher, just to be, hey, I'm going to keep going. I'll upgrade, change a few players around, like we've said, Farrow and stuff like that, and just tackle the season, really. It is a trading game. It's more about just limiting the amount of liability you have to start the season. So, bloody fantastic.
Yeah, exactly. And then 100% Flash. Caleb
Sarong runs pretty good.
Yeah, he's definitely sneaking under the radar at a nice, juicy price. So, on you, Christopher. Love your work.
Nice
we then
work.
move to OJ of the channel, Charles Zammit, with 12,200 in the bank. Zoom in again. All right. Samford. Oh, no, sorry. This is a Fonty.
Yeah, you've got the Fonty, Joe.
Grill, Sarong, Jacques Cousteau. Zane is in the back line and Josh Lindsay. So, okay, very interesting. And then we've got Bont, Butters, Richards, Took. Bro, what are you talking about similar teams? Are you off your head?
Round three buy is going to be a bit of a pain.
What is a round 3 buy? Goulden, Walsh, Cogs, and Tanner Bruin. Brody, keep an eye out for team sheets. English, McAndrew, Spud. Shazel, Petrarca, Flanders, Buderick, Filippo, Lombard. Yeah, this might be March 9. No, you know that Jones was concussed. Unless you're starting him as a deliberate loophole. Interesting strat. Robertson and Jagger. So forward line seems to be usual. Ruck line seems to be fairly standard across a lot of other people. A bit light in defense, only the 2 primos and the 1 mid-pricer in Fonty. these are obviously individual selections that you're really banking on because you have spent up quite a bit in your midfield as well. So these are all judgment calls. That's 6 primos, is it? There's one,
Yeah.
2, 3.
The biggest thing
4,
I find, Charles, with this team, hopefully you've
5.
changed it up, but round 3 is going to murder you, especially in that midfield. You currently have 4 primos out there, plus English, plus Petrarca,
It's 6.
Buderick, and then it is going to be a real pain for you that buy round, and then the rest of you guys in the midfield either have round 2 or have round 4. So maybe change up one of the players. I don't know if you can start with both Bont and Ed Richards and Tuke Miller and Goulden. That will be a bit of a personal call. Otherwise, if there was no early buys, you would be fine. But the early buys hurt. Just keep an eye out for team sheets as well for guys like Will Brodie, Liam Reedy, that kind of stuff. So
no, we know Reed is gone. We know Reed is
as flash as he half the team I think has buy rounds. No pain, no gain, Joe.
I think this is just pure pain at this point, young. Yeah. This is it's all right. Asbestos will be Fab's fault. Love it. Good call. All right, let's keep it going. Thank you, Charles. You are a very fine, gentle man. We then move to Stephen, who has... That can't be right. Are you saying you have 11,000? No, it must be just 11,000. 11,000 left.
Yeah.
Ruck's doing the head. Yep. Has no merit. Yep, I agree. So we got Rosie, Clark, McKirch. Okay, so you got for 3 primos. Blackiston, Sarong, Jacques, Lindsay, and
That's currently my backline
nice.
At the moment.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Bont, Butters, Dacos, the Trinity. Walsh, Petrarca, Young, Bruin, Jagger, Carol Myers.
He's got the double ruck.
Sherry English. This is a very nice with Zane. So no loop. No loop. He's gone McAndrew at R3. Very cool. Cheese, Flanders, Buderick, because Petrarca's in the forward line. Philippa, Lombard, Robertson. This is a very sexy team, Stephen.
Yeah. I don't mind it, Steve. I think just that round 3 bye is going to be a little bit painful for you. English out, Petrarca, Bont, that's probably it at the moment. I don't mind it. I think it's okay.
3 primos. 3 primos.
I think it will be okay. Just keep an eye out for team sheets. Otherwise, you're doing well, Steve.
Yeah, I love it. On you, Steve. This is very nice. You can leave it as is, possibly.
Yeah.
And then we get to Sean. 4K
What's
left.
up, Sean?
On you, Sean. All right, let's...
The only thing I would say as well, guys, if you've only got 4 or 5K left, better make sure you've got some expensive rookies, because if you have to downgrade a few of them, you're really going to struggle. Currently, he's got Sam Butler in the midfield, and I'm a little bit wary because I don't think he's going to be that great for us. Sinclair, Rosie, Clark, Blackiston, Caleb Windsor, a bit different. Josh Lindsay, Sarong, and Jakes on the bench. Backline is fine. Windsor's just a bit of a pod, obviously. I think you're missing out. I haven't seen the flex, but I think you're missing out on maybe 1 or 2 really good defensive rookies. Our defense rookies seem to be better than our midfield rookies at the moment. So I wonder if you could swap a player around. Even if you went balls deep and you said, hey, Butler out, Rosie to the midfield, and then McRae turn into a backline rookie, you'd still have as many rookies on field, but you'd be getting better ones, because I'm not sure McRae plays or scores well. Midfield, Butters, Dacos, Brayshaw's nice. Jordan Dawson, Goulden, Tanner Bruin, Jagger, McRae, Butler, kind of given my thoughts on him. I don't think he's impactful enough for us. Joshy Carroll, and then Bla Myers, Jacko, McAndrew, ZZ, Sheasel, Petrarca, Flanders, Buderick, Philippou, Marshall, stock standard forward line. It would just be a maneuvering of those midfield rookies and the forward line rookies. So midfield and the defense, I think, would be the best thing. I don't trust Butler. I think he'll be okay in terms of actually scoring. You might get 50s from him. And at close to 200K, I don't think it's viable. So you could downgrade that and then put some money somewhere else, or grab a Sam Grill or someone like that who probably is going to score a little bit more. I'm in a worse team. That would be my only consideration. But 100%, like move Connor Rosie to the midfield, grab another backline rookie. You've still got as many rookies on field, but the backline, like a guy like Selwood, I think is going to score more than Jack McRae. So that would kind of be my my thoughts there.
Yeah. Even someone like a Sam Grill would certainly go a long way, and he's quite a bit cheaper than Sam Butler as well, with some defensive mid DPP. I think Sam Grill is one of those players that you do, I think, want to lock in. So you don't necessarily have to drop Jackson, but yeah, I don't think I like Jackson if he's not rucking enough, and it could be a bit dangerous. Obviously, there's no early buy, but hey, your call on that one.
Brayshaw's a good selection. Brayshaw Dawson, limiting the amount of early buy players is pretty good.
Yeah, thank you very much for that, Sean. We get to Matt Collins with 35,500 in the bank. Right, Chunky's lots. We've got Sinclair, Rosie, Archie Roberts, Farrow, obviously pre-news, Sarong, Jacques Cousteau, Selwood and Lindsay, Butters, Dacos, Brayshaw, Richards, Parrish, Bruin, Sharp, Smith, Grill, Carroll. Nice. I like it. He's gone balls deep in the run. Corn and Sherry with the peanut. And then we've got Shazel, Petrarca, Flanders, Buderick, Filippo, Robertson, and McAndrew, Marshall Lombard. This is very nice. I like it, Matt. You've done well.
I think the beautiful thing about Supercoach this year is because we've got so many mid prices that I think will score okay, like your Tanner Bruins, potentially Parrish and Hayden Young, that you can still go big in the ruck line and it doesn't affect your team so much. So yeah, bit different. You're kind of praying for McAndrew to not score so well. And then if you want to and you want to make some extra money, before round 3, Max Gawn, whose scoring is not so great, Tim English or someone else is going big, chuck him in there. So yeah, it's really, really good.
Absolutely. Thank you guys very much. Matt, very nice. Good job. We then get to Bianca De Boer. That's my team. No bench rookies are safe, bar the back line, and only have 5,400 left. Wait, this is us. Okay,
there you go, Joe.
I wasn't expecting
us
to
while
see
you put
us.
It up.
Yeah, very nice. On your Bianca, very cool. So we've got Sinclair, Rosie, Jacos, Windsor, Sarong, Jacques Cousteau, Grill, and Lindsay, Butters, Noah, Walshy, LD Spew, Young, Bruin, Farrow, obviously pre-news. Okay, so there's no Sharp. You've probably switched Farrow to Sharp probably at this point. Jagger, Chase Jones, keep an eye out for team sheets. Same thing with these two boys. Gone Decam English in the ruck with Mason Cox, your boy, Mason.
I love Mason Cox, Joe. Mason Cox is fantastic. It just depends if he's named or not, but I want to put him in my team so bad.
Shays, Petrarca, Flanders, Buderick,
standard. Nice to see Toby Murray, who's now been named, is going to play. So there's another another forward rookie that maybe we're going to be looking out for. Yeah, I really like the team. It has a good number of primos. I think the early buy round's not going to hurt you as much because you haven't stacked so many big guys. Like round 3, it's Anderson, Petrarca, English, and I think that's really it. So you're quite even across each of the buy rounds, which is really good. Josh Dacos, obviously a bit of a pod pick, but if it works out, it works out. He obviously has the 134 in his price cycle as well. So potentially, he does well. One trade up to Whitfield or someone else later on. So yeah, it could definitely work. I really like this team. Just watch out for team sheets, really, because I don't know if the likes of Chase Jones are going to score well and Joe's flagged like Farrow not being named. So fantastic.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Farrow's probably, like I said, Farrow's probably a Sharp at this point. He's cheaper and he's named, so pretty nice. Oh, I can see we've got Sean here in the chat who we've just gone over his team. Team has changed. Selwood is in. Very good. I did Rosie to the mid, Butler out, Selwood in. Well done.
Did you hear about what happened with Selwood, Joe? So he's got 9 brothers and sisters. And when you debut, the AFL only pays for 5. So they had to pay a bunch of money for the entire family to fly from wherever they are to Melbourne for him to debut. They're like, oh yeah, Small Fortune had to be. It's like, come on, Bulldoggies, what are you doing, mate?
Surely he would be like, look, don't worry, guys.
But he's like a first year player, yeah. Like it's not.
Just put it on my tab. Put it on my tab.
Put it on the tab.
So Nathan Ishmaid, 50K
What's
in
up,
the
Nathan?
bank for Novak Pajovic. Very cool
There you
name. Sinks, Rosie, Clark, McCurch.
Very deep backline.
Windsor, Jacques, Lindsay, and Sarong. Very nice. I like it. Every year we always say we wish we stacked the backline. Every year we say it. Then Butters, Nakos, Took, another Took, Walsh, Petrarca, Young, Parrish, and Bruin. Jagger, yep, at the flex. Very cool. Grill, Carroll, and Blamires. I'd like to see a sharp somewhere. Vicentini McAndrew. We've got 0 primos.
Someone's gone cheap.
I love it. I love the ballsiness to it. Shazel, Flanders, McDonald, Buderick, Filippo, Robertson, Lombard, and McRae. Very cool. I don't mind that at all. Looking at the round 3 buy, though, how many have we got out in round 3? We've got
Miller, Petrarca,
and McDonald.
Buderick and stuff. Yeah, and Buderick, obviously.
Yeah.
And your forward rookies. Yeah, I don't mind it. This is one of those teams that's like, hey, if you spend super cheap, like that ruck line is 500K. It's literally like it's freaking cheap, Joe. So if you don't want to pay up, I guess you take the risk of Vicentini maybe not holding his spot. But if it works out, he's very cheap. And maybe you could pivot him plus a rookie into a primo. So I don't mind it. The one thing I would probably do with this kind of team is potentially move someone from the back line to the midfield just so you can get another rookie. But I just don't know. Like, you've got guys like McKercher where in a team like this, I may look to try and get another set and forget primo just because you're missing out on, like, the ruck line. So that would be my only consideration. But otherwise, really good.
Man, it really is the definition of balls to the wall, risk it for the biscuit. If it works,
100%.
and Vicentini holds his spot in the team, and McAndrew holds his spot in the team, and neither of them get injured to start, you can guarantee that these guys are absolutely going to smash their price points. Especially considering, again, I was mentioned this on the Monday live stream, and in my preseason team when I had Jordan Sweet. The Port Adelaide run is a piss take.
Pretty good.
It's
pretty good
the second, especially for rucks. It's probably the second easiest after the North Melbourne one. Hence why Tristan Sherry is, in consideration. So if Vicentini stays in the side with that piss week run, and McAndrew has shown that he's number one, this honestly could be the play that carries you almost all the way. On your Nathan, very, very cool. And a shout out to you, Globes. You are a very generous individual. So
guys, we also, if you guys want to, $5 a month, jump in. You get access to our community team, Tuesday live streams, whole bunch of content throughout the year, maybe some early access to a lot of our videos and stuff throughout the week as well. So just something on offer. Obviously, no pressure, but it does help to support us and join our cool community, which is pretty cool.
Buxton and McAndrew R2 is going to have to use 2 boosts come round 3. No off ramp except probably dumping a failed primo.
Potentially, but what if McAndrew works and then you don't have to spend 2 boosts? Like, I think there's a train of thought that says, hey, double ruck is the way to go, or hey, maybe it's not the way to go, and you're figuring yourself out. So each to their own a little bit. It is best 18 for the first. The first 5 weeks anyway. So
exactly,
if it doesn't work out, there's no pressure to get rid of a McAndrew until like the first kind of major price drops anyway.
Exactly. Hey, Globes, have you got any connection to John? Because he says, fancy these nuts, and you love us some peanuts. I don't know if it's some relation, a cousin, a long-lost brother, but thank you very much for the team. John, 20K left. We've got Sinclair, Rosie, McCurch.
Nice. Take on, John.
Blackiston, Windsor, Sarong, Lindsay, and Jacques Cousteau. Very, very nice. Butters, Nakos, Goulden, and Walsh. Love these two. Young, Parrish, Bruin, Lindsay, a fellow Lindsay believer. I love to see it. Grill,
going
Farrow,
double Melbourne mid prices.
Yeah. Farrow, you probably dropped like a Blamires maybe and saved and released 70k. English, McAndrew, Peanut, Sheasel, Petrarca, Flanders, Buderick, Phillip. Yep, classic stock standard. Yep, this seems to be a very standard, not almost cookie cutter, but you've got another pod in a Lindsay, for example. So it's not 100% cookie cutter. So it's nice. It's safe with a pod.
Yeah, I think outside of throwing in someone like a Selwood, I just don't know how you would put him in your team. I really like it. Like half the team is basically what a lot of people have, right? The bottom half. So it's really how do we play around with that kind of $4 million, similar to what I've kind of pointed out in my team review. So yeah, big question marks on Colby McKercher, as Hawksy says here. He's moved or at least trained in the midfield this week. So we'll see what happens. A few other players moving back. We'll see. Take the punt if you want. Don't take the punt. But it looks like at least this week in training, he has played a little bit more midfield. Not sure what's going to happen there.
Yes, it's got a very good team, Flash. Thank you very much, John. It is a very nice team.
Yeah. How do you have 18 primo mid prices and still have... Mate, that's the way that this season's going, unfortunately. There's a lot of very, very good players that are going to score well. And, yeah, it's a bit bananas.
Then we got Lachlan Hurley. Lachlan Hurley. Is this Silver Top Hurls? Could be Silver Top Hurls, who contributes on the Insight Boys. Very interesting. All right, Lachlan Hurley, because you're a very, very familiar name. 6,400 in the bank. What happened there? 6,400 in the bank. Happy with my team. Somehow sold myself on Zorko. I think I know what sold you. 131 is a pretty good score. Solid through early buys. Slightly struggle with the third round, but I do have some cover. Hopefully, thanks for the feedback. I'm the most confident with this starting team since I started in the last 4 years. This is the year to break into the top 5%. Let's go.
There you go, mate. Not too bad. Not too bad. Sinclair, Whitfield, Rosie, Zorko, definitely going big in that back line. Jai Sarong, Jakes, Lindsay, and Selwood. I love the rookies. They're probably the 4 rookies you really want anyway. Zaki Butters, Nick Dacos, Ed Richards, Goulden, Petrarca in the mids, Joe. Couple of you got round three players in that midfield. It's a little bit spicy. Hayden Young, Parrish, Tanner Bruin, Sharp, Carroll, Blamires. Yeah, no worries. English, McAndrew, Kalani White for the loophole. Sheasel, Flanders, and then kind of the stock standard forward line. Nice to see Toby Murray there as well. I don't mind it. As I was saying before, I think a few of the those, if you stack the back line, works out okay. A few more of those guys seem to be scoring the higher amounts. Connor Rosie, Zorko, and things like that versus some of the more neutered players like Goulden and Walsh. It really does feel like a little bit this year, Joe, that everyone's got similar teams. But, hey, if it works out, it works out, yeah? So I don't see any major holes in the team barring round 3 buys in that midfield. But you don't have a huge amount of players out. So it could work out fine.
Yeah, 100%. I like it. Well done. Very solid by you, Lachlan. Your confidence is warranted, my friend.
Hey, Jen, how you going?
Jen.
Corey, Luke Parker's played defense. There you go. Blamires pushing Colby up the ground, potentially. Getting that run through the middle at North Melbourne.
Paul Allen, how are you, Paulie? Maybe I'm your mum. I don't think so. 34K in the bank.
Name.
You'll love to see it. Sinks, Whitfield, Rosie. I love it. Top 3. Grill, Sarong, Jacques, Selwood, and Lindsay. Gone all the good rooks. I like it. Butters, Dacos, Nando's, Richards, Max Holmes. That's a first. Young, Bruin, Jagger, Fab Carolyn, Blamires, English McAndrew, and Zane. Sheasel, Petrarca, Flanders, but yep, that's stock standard rather than have... Oh, Marshall is here. Okay, yep. Great. I like it. Bold on the Max Holmes selection. Very bold. If you think it's going to work and you reckon he's a pod and he's going to start off really hot, you do you, my friend. Otherwise, structure seems to be pretty good.
Yeah, as Flash says here, very mid-price light. Definitely across the line. I mean, you've got 2 in the midfield, but the rest, apart from having the standard forward line, are pretty good there. I love the Doveston pick. Very happy. And yeah, it just comes down to round 3 bye. I don't know about Max Holmes at the moment. Geelong are in a weird position. I personally would use that money somewhere else. And as Epic says here, 4 mids out in round 2 with Nick Dacos, Holmes, Young, and Jagger. I guess Jagger Smith doesn't matter too much. So
Bruin, you mean, not Young?
Sorry, yeah, Bruin, Holmes, Bruin, Nick Dacos, Jagger Smith, who could just be replaced by a rookie anyway. So it's it's not too bad. Maybe Max Holmes is probably the only one, but very nice team.
Yeah, agreed. Just be careful of round 2. On you, Paul. We then get to Noah.
What's up, Noah?
Barring any major selection news, I think I'm going to run this 7.1k in the bank.
There you go. Naz. Oh, first Naz we've seen in a while. Connor Rosie, Nick Blakey. There you go, Joe. Your boy Nick Blakey. Blackiston, Grill, Lindsay, Jai Sarong, Jakes, Butters, Anderson, Goulden, Will Ashcroft, Sammy Walsh. No Nick Dacos, that's fine. Hayden Young, Parrish, Tanner Bruin. So no rookies on field in the midfield, but Jagger Smith obviously on the bench, on the flex. Sharp, Carol Myers. Ooh, Mitchie Edwards. There you go. English, McAndrew, Edwards, Sheasel, Pickett. Ooh, Pickett, Joe. Flanders, Philippou, Lombard, Robertson. Yeah, the only one I can see my brain turning a little bit. It does add another round 3, but if you've got the money, or if you can somehow swindle the money, I don't know where you'd take it from, but I would be looking at getting rid of Pickett for Petrarca. I think Petrarca's cemented himself as top 2, let's say, forward at least to start the season. And you might just get left behind. Like, he could go 150 playing Richmond and West Coast. Maybe not, but it could definitely happen this year. And it's a bit rough.
Yes. There you go, Flash. Exactly what I was going to suggest. But
if you've got coverage, then fantastic. But it's we really need, like, I think he's almost a must-have in the forward line. Pickett, cool. Pickett might not even play round 1. Let's be honest. He's gone up to the NT due to his family breakup at the moment. So yeah, it's a bit of a rough one.
Of course, the news of the family breakup had to come out the day after I freaking post my team, which has Cozzy Pickett in the forward line. Like, it's just so bullshit. I've had to go back to the drawing board and think, because I know I can't keep Cozzy Pickett with that news. Like, even if he was to play, you know the guy's going to be distracted. So yeah, Cozzy Pickett unfortunately is a no-go. But thank you very much, Noah. This team is for Joe. Don't review it. Just look at the rucks. You know, I'm so tempted to just do that. I'm so tempted, Paulie. But I'm glad you sent that to me anyway. We then get to Bailey. G'day, Bailey.
What's up, Bailey?
39.9k from you. Sinks, Rosie, Clark, McKercher, Windsor.
Flash, it's going to happen, buddy. Maybe Friday/Saturday morning at like 8 a.m. We'll see what happens.
I'm going to have to do an update because Cozzy Pickett's not there anymore.
Well,
and that unfortunately has meant that I'm going to have to change the bit of the structure of my team. So I think I will have to do another one. God damn it.
Dante, here we go.
Sinclair. Hey, I haven't ruled that out just yet. Sinclair, Rosie, Clark, McKerch, Windsor, Lindsay, Edwards, Sarong, Bont, Butters, Dacos, Walsh, Young, Bruin, Grill, Smith, Sharp, Carol Myers, English, McAndrew, and the Spud. Shazel, Petrarca, Flanders, Butterick, Philippou, Robertson. Yep, that's stock standard. And Jacques Cousteau in the flex. Seems to be not, it's a blend of mid-price madness and, hello, Bailey's here. I replied to the message. I'm thinking about Kirch up to Whitfield and Bont down to Richards.
Yeah, it could work out okay. I guess kind of the big question mark with Bontempelli is what's going to happen. Do we think that was a bit of a apparition? Or do we think, hey, excuse me, that the scoring is going to continue on? Is he going to be placed more forward? Can we get more of a value? Because at 700K, he is going to drop in price, just straight up. So if you think it's going to be great, no worries. But if you want to drop down, that's really a personal kind of question.
I think the difference between McKercher and Whitfield makes it worth it, personally.
Yeah, potentially now too.
Especially if McKercher is playing more, earmarked to play more midfield because Blamires is pushing him out of half back, then
potentially Hardeman coming back too.
Exactly. Then I'm totally on board. Then I think Bont and McKercher loses out to Richards and Whitfield, who I think is top 3 defensive, player. So, and then you'll have 4 of the top 6 to 8. It's obviously very smexy. Anya Bailey, Matthew Papworth, 20.2.
What's up, Matthew?
Left. Papsy's players. He's got is the name Whitfield as the captain. All right, interesting.
He's gone very cheap in that midfield.
Yeah, Whitfield, Rosie. Wait, wow. Whitfield, Rosie, Zorks, Jacos. That's deep. My boy, Black Goat, Jacques Sarong, Dirksen. Okay. Sarong, Goulden, Walsh, Petrarca, Cozzy, Parrish, Bruin, and Jagger, Cook, Sharp, Rechko, Jackson, McAndrew, Zane, Shazel, Green. First, Toby, Flanders, Buderick, Filippo, Lombard, Zane Dersma, Malcolm Roses, and Dev Robb. Wow.
Yeah. There's a few interesting picks in this team. Starting off with the likes of Toby Green. I just don't know if the player's there. Start, I think, with analysing the rookies. So Dirksen's not playing. He's got to go. I don't think Zane Dersma will play. So potentially he might have to go. I think you just need to take a little bit more advantage of what midfield players we kind of do have. The likes of Cozzy Pickett isn't really for me. Petrarca being in that midfield could be a straight swap for a Toby Green. I understand if you're trying to dodge the buy rounds as much as you can. Potentially that's what you're going for. But it is a very interesting team, Matthew. And might just take a bit of shaking around. But I'm all for being a bit different. The only thing I would worry about is a little bit worried with like a Luke Jackson. But that's just me, really. So, yeah, it's a bit different.
Yeah, it's going to take a lot of trades because if you only have really 3 dedicated midfielders, what that means is you're going to be spending a lot of trades trying to trade in all of the big dogs. So you haven't started any big dog, not even Butters.
Yeah, you're chasing everyone.
Which I think is the biggest cardinal sin of this team. Like if the only way this team works, in my opinion, Matthew, is if you're a time traveler and you've come back because everyone's put the captaincy on Butters against North, and he does like an ACL in the first 5 minutes of the game, and he gets no points, and you're laughing with Whitfield as your captain. That's the only explanation I have. You, Matthew, I've got my eyes on you. If your team pops off in round 1, it's because you, my friend, are a time traveler, and I will have to hit you up. Okay? Then, Shannon Humphreys. G'day, Shaz. Where's
What's up,
your
Shannon?
price? Where's your dollar?
I do think it's a bit crazy not going so much because if you don't have the 3 big boys, you're basically you're guaranteed yourself, Matthew, a boost. A boost to get Dacos, a boost to get Butters, probably a boost to get Bontempelli in there as well. So just have to kind of factor that in a little bit. It's a bit rough.
Shaz, I think this is not the first time, Shannon, where we want you in one screenshot with your dollars. Even you've sent it over 2 screenshots and there's still no dollars. I'm sorry, Shaz, not going to happen today. Alan.
What's up, Alan? How you going, mate?
Really? The Sperminator? 42.5k left. Right. Amazing. Sinclair, Rosie, Blackiston, Bond, Sarong, Jacques Cousteau, Lindsay, and Selwood. Butters, Nakos. These in the mids. Goulden, Clary, Young, Jagger, Barrows, probably Sharp by this point. Carroll and Blamires, Decam, English and Zane, Petrarca, Flanders, Connor. Yep, that's Roses is
and that's why Sheasel's in the midfield because you're trying to fit another one in.
Yeah, and McAndrew at R3.
I don't like it. Yeah, I don't mind it. It's a really nice showing of what you can do with the double rucks plus McAndrew at flex. You got enough big primos in there that you're not going to be chasing the big boys, and a few guys are going to drop in price. Probably Tanner Bruin, maybe the only selection you try and chuck in the team. But otherwise, yeah, really, really nice. The back line is a little bit not so deep, but that's just personal preference too. Yeah, the money's got to come from somewhere, really. So, yeah, I don't mind it.
He's still got 42.5K, so there is definitely scope to play with things. So well done. And then when he releases Farrow to Sharp, that adds an extra 40K, an extra 20K as well. So you'll have over 60,000 to play with. So that's they'll go a long way. Thank you very much, Alan. We then move up to Giddish Bagger. G'day, Giddish. 49K in the bank. Generally pretty happy with this team and not looking to make any more changes.
Nice.
Around 0 games, I moved Nas for Sinclair and brought in Decam. Originally had Dogger. I'm also a bit unsure about Zorko, but I'll back him in for now.
Yeah, I don't mind it. Just have to fix the rookies, really. Sinclair, Rosie, Zorko, not too bad. I think that D3 position is going to be in contention for a lot of people. Do you go Whitfield? Is it pushed up to Rosie because you've gone Nas? Do you go a Zorko or a Clark? I think that's just going to be personal preference for a lot of people there and dodging the early round buys. Blackiston, Grill, Sarong, Lindsay, Jakes. I do like Selwood in there. I think he's going to make us enough money. But I feel like a lot of us, Joe, come round 3 are going to be going Lindsay to Selwood. I don't know how well he's going to score. But as Dacos, Ando, yeah, I don't mind it. It's good. You obviously have to lose money somewhere because you've gone English and Cameron. That's kind of the big thing. And Reedy has to go, of course. So, yeah.
Yeah, you're not really overly invested either. I don't think any particular buy. It's just 1, 2, 3. Yeah, just a 3 there for round 3. Round 2 is just Nakos and Daycam. Yeah, it works. I don't like it. Well done. On you, Giddish, with 49K in the bank as well. That's a very healthy amount to be had. Mark Lavelle, second time trying to post my team. Hope you guys receive it. Yes, I'm old and frat. So me and technology just sometimes are not on the same page. Mark, please never change.
Right,
you are the best. You are the best, my friend. We are very lucky to have you as part of the Bombers fraternity. You've got a lot of money left. You know you can't cash this out, right? You can't be putting this money on your horse. You got to use it, my friend. Sinclair, Rosie.
Too much money in the bank, buddy.
Right, he reckons he can put it all on the horse, on the ponies. Sinclair, Rosie, Zorko, Fonty. I know you love Fonty, Mark. I'm not gonna knock you for it. Blackiston, Sarong, Lindsay, and Jacques Cousteau. Butters, Dacos, Richards, Goulden, Walsh. Love this midfield. Love the midfield. Sharp, Rechko. Keep an eye on him. Maybe a Carroll potentially instead at 119. Yo, Vicentini McAndrew. I love it. The no primo ruck line gets me excited inside. Sheasel, Petrarca, Flanders, Mitch Georgiades, Philippu, Robertson, Doveston, Murray. You are a mad genius, Mark. Mitch Georgiades has a wonderful start to the year.
Yeah.
And there's always a key forward or two that pops off to start the season. I would not be surprised if Mitch Georgiades kicks 5 goals every week for the first 4 weeks.
Yeah, he really could be leading the Coleman by quite a lot. If you check out that fixture, he's just playing teams that just don't have backlines, really. North Melbourne's going to struggle this week, and then it's just going to go on from there. I do like the team. Another example of how the double, cheap ruck can fill out the rest of the side. Yeah, really, really like it. Tatum's saying here, Bont average 140 at Marvel the past year of the last 11 games. No Bedford for the Giants. Potentially, it could happen there. It's just a lot cheaper. Thanks, buddy.
You ever burn yourself out? Yeah, we're getting there. We're absolutely reaching that point. But yes, Mark, with 100,000, what can we do for Mark with that $100,000?
Oh, mate. If I had that
chuck it
type
onto
of money,
Fonty.
yeah, potential, but he's going to make a bunch of money. That's the only thing.
Murray to Buderick or Doveston?
Yes, that would be my thing, Mark. If you can grab one of these guys and chuck it into Buderick. Yeah, maybe Doveston. I do love the player.
Could do Retro even maybe.
Oh yeah, well yeah, Retro needs to go
because you've got Lombard in the flex, so you could trade Retro out.
No, I think Lombard's forward only though.
Oh, I don't know why I thought he was DPP for a second there. Yeah, he is. I've had an aneurysm there. All right, that won't work. Yeah, maybe Toby Murray. The guy's second ruck. Let's be real. He's not going to score too much. Jettison Murray, turn him into Doveston and live your life to the fullest. I love you, Mark. You are a superstar.
Changed the side already. Got 62k lefted.
Sherry in the ruck.
There you go.
Oh, Mark. I was excited, man, for the no primo ruck line. Harry Freeman, 17.3k in the bank. Did you reply to your comment? Also, Whitfield or Clark for this team. Okay, sure. Alrighty. Homes, sweet homes. I like that. Very nice. Could trade one of Anderson and Richards to Walsh and then trade Clark to Nass. But I love the Richards and Anderson picks, though. So I'm sticking with this. What are your thoughts on the team, boys? And good luck for the season.
Thanks, mate. Sinclair, Rosie, Jordan, Clark, McKercher, Grill, Sarong. All right, not sure about that McKercher, but the rest is cool. Butters, Nicky Dacos, Anderson, Edwards, Young, Richards. Parrish. My brain just goes blah, 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 blah. Tanner Bruin and Jagger Smith. English, McAndrew, Reedy needs to go, obviously. Sheasel, Petrarca, Flanders, Philippou. Yeah, that forward line, stock standard, works well. Nice to see the Buderick pick there. It really comes down to what we do with the rest of our midfields and whatnot. So I don't mind it. I think your team's nice. I think you got enough cash gen. The McKercher pick's probably the only one that's a little bit sketch, given just at the moment it seems like he's penciled in for midfield time. I don't know how that affects his scoring. He could go fantastic over the next few weeks. We'll just see what happens with him. But if you've got a full team and one player's speculative, I think you'll be okay. I don't mind the selections there. Super Blue Iris, how you going, mate? If you want to be super sneaky and go and post on Twitter, we haven't done the Twitter section yet. So if you can find the post on Twitter for Rate Your Team, you can be snooper sneaky and chuck it on there, and then it'll be there.
We promise we're not selling reviews for dollars. Okay?
No, definitely not. But what was the question, Joe? Go back to the question for Harry.
But if you wanted to, no, I'm just joking. Whitfield or Clark. Well, how many? I think round four players. Just put the one there.
Yeah.
You don't have any other GWS players.
That's
and
basically
it's just
it. I don't mind Whitfield.
Totally do Whitfield.
Yeah, I don't mind Whitfield. Question marks a little bit over his role, but that's the same with Clark. Whitfield probably guaranteed to be top 4 back line. Clark, I'm penciling him for about 100 average every week. So Whitfield's definitely got the higher level of scoring capacity. Potentially go Whitfield just to start the season.
Well done on you, Harry.
What's up? Charlie. What's up, Charlie? Off track.
Like Adele. There you go. It's a bit like Adele. There's just, or Seal. It's just
Beyonce.
No last name required. 3,400 in the bank. Kiss from a Rose. Sinclair, Rosie, Jacos, Lindsay, Sarong, Jacques Cousteau, Selwood and Grill, Butters, Dacos. Oh, he's gone both Dacoses. Dacosis. Richards, Walsh, Young, Parrish, Bruin, Jagger, Carol, Finn, and Lamont.
Cool.
Jackson, English, Basil, Petrarca, Flanders, Buderick. Yep, okay, stock standard. And then McAndrew in the flex. Just to keep an eye on Jackson. Is this guy rucking enough, or is he just, just playing midfielder, pushing forward? But no early buy certainly helps. But is he overpriced at 6'11"? Maybe, maybe not. He's athletic, young. Keep an eye out for him. Is he named? Is he not? Otherwise, this is a very nice.
Yeah, I really like it. I don't mind the double Dacos selection. It's a bit tricky when Josh Dacos goes 134 because he's penciled in for a mid halfback role, and they do have a few players to come back, which is my really only concern. And if you watch the St Kilda game, they do get a lot of uncontested possessions towards the end. They're literally chip marking it for about 3 minutes. So that's my only concern, really. But with that score at the moment, he is penciled in to make a little bit of money. So it could work out okay. And the beautiful thing too, if you had like 20K, then you could say, okay, Dacos round 2 buy, he's not going to have a price rise. So if the pick doesn't work out, spend one trade, go to like a Clark. That would be my only concern. But otherwise, yeah, really nice team. Like this is kind of the beautiful thing with these kind of teams too, guys, is just you make a team that's really solid and you just trust the fact that you're trading and everything throughout the season is going to keep you across the line. You don't have to do a super risky team. Structure's pretty good and whatnot.
Yeah, exactly right. Thank you very much, Seal. We then move on to Hunter Richardson with 42K in the bank. Moves like Jagger's ACL. Oh, we don't want it to be moving that much. Not that much, please. Sinclair Rosie, Archie Roberts, Blackest wrong.
Yep.
Lindsay and Gusto. Butters, Nakos, Goulden, LD Spew, who has a very nice midfield run, must say. Young, Bruin, Grill, Jagger, Sharp, Carroll, and Blameyes, Grundy, McAndrew, and the Spud, Shazel, Petrarca. Pick it if you need a lawyer going through a family law separation. Hit me up. I promise I'll keep it on the down low. Flanders, Buderick, Robertson, Filippo, Lombard, and McRae. What do we reckon? I reckon this team looks very, very, very solid.
Yeah, no, I definitely like it too. I guess kind of what would be that D3 downgrading that to a couple of other players, but that's all right. I don't mind the pick. Maybe Selwood somehow, chuck him into the team, but otherwise really good. I worry a little bit, Joe, because a lot of teams at the moment that we've seen, and maybe something that everyone here can factor into their team, we've seen like 2 Dovestons. We haven't seen any Malcolm Roses yet. So these kind of forward rookies that we know are going to have the role, everyone's going for the guys that are a little bit cheaper, but Roses as well. What happens if he goes big next week and then everyone's scrambling to get him in because he's set to make like 60K off the top? He could be 200K by round 3. Just something to consider, I think, a little bit for a lot of our teams.
Adam's asking, is Sherry English R1, R2, and McAndrew at flex now the pod play?
Potentially. Or if you want to be really crazy, you could go Dante Vicentini instead of a Cherry. I don't know if it's Cherry. Cherry in my head is still very much up in the air. I've seen him at training. We've seen in the Amy practice game. He looked better than he did versus Melbourne, but he still didn't look that great. He doesn't cover the ground as well. The game's moving a bit quicker. I think we'll see a drop in scoring from him. If you wanted to go 2 guys that are going to be a bit bigger, you could go Grundy and Darcy Cameron, or English and one of those 2 as well. So we'll see.
It's not happening, Tatum. Stop trying to manifest it. The 0 primo ruck rule will work. The Spud isn't in Carlton's squad. No, the Spud, you know where he is? He's not in the squad. He's not in the squad. You know where he is? He's in the bin. The Spud is in the bin. Love to see it. All right. Thank you, Hunter. We then move on to the next one, which is Lucas Blasco. Oh, my God.
What's up, Lucas? Bro's writing an essay for us, Joe.
Yeah, I reckon Lucas might be a Skodfather, fan. Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines. The Ferrari, the Bugatti of Supercoach sides has arrived. Now with doubts over Young, I've moved Rosie to mid, traded Caldwell / Young out, and brought Parrish in and Sinclair. Thoughts? I like those thoughts. I think I prefer, but can't come down. Could go Ed the Red. Also, you should check Bagger's Supercoach on TikTok. Heard he's decent. Okay, so I've got 25k and Dev Rob looking injured means Malcolm in the middle had to come in the side. Joe, if you're there, prepare for a legal case. With my 50k, win all the honey. Bunnies will be wanting their bit of the pie. Cheers. That was a roller coaster. Holy shit. All right. Thank you, Lucas. So, Straight and Farrow, it's pretty good. Sinclair, Zorko, Roberts, Blackiston, Saronge, Gusto, Glindsey, Selwood, Butters, Nakos, Anderson, Brayshaw, Rosie, Parrish, Bruin, and Jagger. This is a very nice midfield. I must confess. Sharp, Carroll, and Blamires. Grundy, McAndrew. We've gone with the loop. Diesel, Petrarca, Flanders, Buderick, Filippo, Lombard. Yep, standard. Malcolm in the middle is in there. And Grill. This is a very nice team, Lucas. It is almost as good as your poetry and your eloquence. I like it.
Yeah, I like the team. Obviously, no Bontempelli, no Ed Richards in the midfield, but like it navigates a little bit of that round 3 bye. I really like it. Archie Roberts, a bit of a pod in the back line. Going the Grundy as well. I guess same bye as English, so it doesn't matter too much. And Sydney should do okay. So nice team, buddy.
You are not the first to notice this, Lindsay. Not sure if it's direct, if it's deliberate, but the Dracula vibes your hairdress is giving you is next level. You are not, Lindsay, the very first person to notice it. And believe me, I see it now as well all the time. So I definitely try my best to move to not sit so central because I am Count Jocula at this point. Never noticed it. Now it's true, Tatum. You can't unsee it. Yo, much love to you, you generous human being. Thank you very, very much. You didn't have to do it at all. All right. Lucas Blasco, you are a superstar. I'm not entirely sure what legal case I'm supposed to be preparing for. Matthew, 84k in the bank. I'll just try and rock it through while Jez is not here. Cicely, Sinclair, Rosie, McCurch, Sarong, all the 4. Bont, Butters, Nakos, Anderson, beautiful. Harris, Bruin, Sharp, Jagger. Keep an eye out for Watkins if he plays. Sherry English with McAndrew, well done. This is a very solid team. Matthew, this is a very, very solid team. The 84k in the bank, you can probably chuck that onto McCurch. But yeah, otherwise, this team is super smexy. I like it. Well done, my friend. Alex Lembriadis, 14k in the bank. Really?
I'm back.
Really, man?
I love that.
This is what we're doing now.
Alex, you're a bit dirty, buddy.
Alex,
I like it.
Naughty boy. Farrow, something to change. Yes.
Do you think we'll see a bit of a trend, Joe, of not going a D3 and kind of downgrading to grab a couple of these players?
I think we've seen quite a bit, actually. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Backline's good. I would be trading Farrow to Michael Selwood just because he's not named. Butters, and sorry, Joe, I cut you off. Butters, Nick Dacos, Anderson Richards, Rosie Walsh. Cool, no worries. Only the 2 midfield primos out, which is fine. English, McAndrew, White, and then the stocky standard forward line. Who is in the flex, Joe? Let's scroll down. Aha! Tanner Bruin in the flex. There you go, sneaky boy. Yeah, I really like it. You've got a few selections across the board that work. Navigating the buys a little bit with that, making sure you can grab a couple of extra players. Yeah, I think it's fine. No dramas. It just
Well
all
done.
you've really done is said, hey, I want Connor Rosie, but I want Blackiston and Windsor. Let's make the space and chuck those guys in the back line instead of someone else in the midfield like a Hayden Young. So I really don't mind it. Just have to dodge the Selwood, I think.
Love it, Causa. Fingers in the flex. I know the boys at the Supercoach Insight or Fantasy Insight, I forgot what they were called, but the one with the horse. Yeah, they come up with some great nicknames. I love the nickname Fingers or Tanner Bruin.
There you go.
It's genius. And also, Alex, get your head out of the gutter. What is this with these team names? Come on, man. All right, and then we got Frank.
What's up, Frank? How you going, mate? 112K in the bank. It's a lot of money, buddy.
You know you can't cash this out, right? Sinclair, Whitfield, Blackiston, Windsor, Kadeen Coleman, first one tonight. Jacques, Lindsay, and Sarong. Butters, Anderson, Richards, Rosie, Walsh, Parrish, Bruin, Jagger. That's hot. Keep an eye out for Watkins. English, McAndrew with CCJ. Shazel, Petrarca. Yep. Standard, and another Xavier Lindsay believer. Love to see it. This is very solid.
Yep. Yeah, I like the team.
What would we do with 112K, though?
That's the real question, isn't it? Like, there's no one really in the back line that you want to be spending the money on. Midfield, a couple of them. Ed Richards. I mean, you can be really ballsy and just go Ed Richards back to Bontempelli if you really want to. What I would probably do, though, is have a look and see if the likes of Watkins aren't named. I think that you might find yourself upgrading a couple of these rookies across different lines and then having about 80K left in the bank. The way that DPP looks like it's heading at the moment anyway is that we're going to get a few guys pretty early with DPP. Tuke Miller, potentially Bontempelli. We know Rowan Marshall's going to get DPP. So having that little bit of extra money may save you a trade because you could just go one up, one down and then use the 80K. Or could it help to accelerate that extra cash gen for you anyway? Sorry, that they're getting the player for you. So I think potentially fix up the rookies and you could save it and not have to hate it too much. So, yeah.
Fair shout here from Hawksy. You feel like having a bit of money left over. Is also
it has got a lot of people out of trouble too, because if Kadeen Coleman shits the bed, you can go up to like a Fonte for Kadeen Coleman's price. You know what I mean? Like if Fonte comes out and scores another 100 this week, he might become a must-have that you just have to put in your team. And people are going to be trying to scramble to put these kind of players in your side. So it is something to kind of watch out for. Sometimes having money is good. I probably wouldn't have more than one rookie's worth of money though in your bank ready to go.
Yep. All right, then you Frank. Then get to Kenny Stockdale. Hi guys, I'm getting to like this side every time I look at it. Well, keep looking at it, my friend. Sticking to my gut feeling and no outside noise. Are you sure you want us to look at it then? Because
Kenny, if your team's happy, don't make us change it for you, buddy. That's the only problem.
This is the definition of outside noise, isn't it?
Pretty much.
Sinclair? Rosie? Yep. I was waiting for you to go, but then you didn't go.
Sorry. Sinclair, I was reading some of the comments, Trey. Sinclair, Rosie, Josh Dacos, Blackiston, cool. Sarong, Jakes, Lindsay, Selwood, happy with the backline rookies. Butters, Nick Dacos, Anderson, Eddie Richards. He didn't put how much money's in there left in the team, did he? Does it say at the top?
No.
Ooh, that's the only problem, Kenny. Butters, Dacos, Anderson, Ed Richards, Walsh, Parrish, cool, Tanner Bruin, Sharp, Jaggers in the flex, and then the forward line pretty stock standard. The only thing I would probably look at if you have enough money is dropping Edwards out of the midfield and then looking at Grill potentially, who's actually been named. I don't know if Edwards will be named. And then I don't know if Phoenix Gothard is the correct selection either. There's a couple of other players who probably will debut. Depending on how much money you have as well, I would probably go with Doveston or Malcolm Roses. But that's just small forwards in general, yeah? Like, their ceiling's probably like 50 to 60. So, yeah. Anything.
Bergman's percentage now. I feel like it has been spoken about in a long time, and he was super.
Yeah, I think he's been injured for a while and hasn't really had much of a preseason. So that's where a lot of people have fallen off, and it's like, well, he just might not be a good selection to start the season.
Also, the role that he has isn't a juicy one, being a defensive mid, as opposed to like an on-baller where he's involved in the play. Like if he's being given defensive jobs to do, he's going to get most of his points from tackles rather than from disposals. And as we know, the game's going to be more open and transitional, which has seen a reduction in tackles. Therefore, if he's relying on tackles to score more and there's going to be less tackles, there is therefore less scoring opportunity for Bergman.
Yeah.
So that's why we don't talk about him.
Yeah. Shout out to the 80-odd people that are watching on Twitter. Something a bit different for us. So, yeah.
Ben Ricard, 7.7K. This is my team going into round one. Nice best in the world. Love the confidence. Sinclair Rosie, Blackiston Lindsay, then all the rooks.
Yeah.
This seems to be very popular. Bont, Butters, Nakos, Anderson, Walsh, Clary, Parrish, Jagger, Club Carolyn, Myers, English, McAndrew, Bruin, Sheasel, Petrarca, stock standard with Toby Murray. Just no, what's his face from Marshall. No Marshall. He's gone Murray instead of Marshall. A very deep midfield. He's got all the way up till M7 before he has someone less than 500K. He's splashing the cash. And to be honest, I like it. Good team, Ben.
Yep, I like it too.
Yep, nothing glaring.
I can see that why.
Nothing glaring. Well done, Ben. You can take that. I can see why you're the best in the world. Jennifer. Okay, Jen, with your hot pies, 2.2K left in the bank. So you've used up just about all of your monies, which is good. Sinclair Rosie, Kirch, keep an eye on for him. Windsor Sarong, Gusto, Lindsay and Selwood. Butters, Nakos, Anderson, Richards, Walsh, Clary, another one. Bruin, Jagger, very nice. Yep. Keep an eye out for Watkins if he's.
I wonder if I've inspired the Clarys, Joe.
You might have.
Yeah.
I think we spoke really glowingly about him in the GWS review. So
yeah, definitely
makes sense. Yeah. I mean, the guy had the inside mid, and I noticed that he had 85% time on ground, which is really because whenever this guy averages 80% or more in terms of time on ground, his season average is around 120. I'm not saying he's going to average 120 this year, but every time beforehand has been really good showing. Sheasel, Petrarca, Flanders, Buderick, Philippou, Robertson. Yep, stock standard. And a Sammy Grill in the flex. Very nice team. Just, keep an eye out for Watkins. Otherwise, it's very solid.
Surprised no Josh Dacos, Jen. That's the only thing. The only issue I really do have with this team, I think it's fantastic, is just the fact that you're kind of hamstringing yourself into Watkins actually playing. You don't have enough money to go from Watkins to someone else like a Carroll in the midfield, which means that you would actually need to change your team. Could you throw up flex, Joe?
It's Grill.
Yeah. So that would be my only issue, Jen. It may involve you having to move a player on or do something, but let's pretend Watkins isn't named. You want to start a full team. You've kind of hamstrung yourself a little bit there. So you probably want to have about 20K in the bank if you can. That would be my only issue. I know you've thrown him in there because you can have a full team afterwards, but you've kind of hamstrung yourself a tiny bit with doing that. That's the only problem.
It's only if he's not named. If he is named, then you're laughing. Yeah. Dwayne Stewart. Hi, guys. Here's my 95% team. Late injuries or rook non-selection. I think I might make a turn. Thinking of something out Flanders for Murphy Reed. Please pick the guts out of it and keep up the good work.
Thanks, mate. Couple of cheeky selections there. Sinclair, Clark, Fonty, Joe. Fonty. There you go. Very
3-3.
cheap backline. Blackiston, Windsor, Josh Lindsay. I was going to say no Sarong. Sarong's hiding in the flex. Butters, Nick Dacos, Anderson, Blackiston, Rosie, Cool, Parrish, Hannah Bruin, Grill. All right, fair enough. Jagger Smith on the bench but that's okay. Brody Grundy over English, cool. McAndrew, Zakalensky, I like the team. It's just a bit of a difference, right? So people have got Blackiston, Windsor, Fonte, whereas you probably have to cull 2 of those to get like a Jordan Clark. I don't mind the team. Just have to manage the rookies, like you say, Dwayne. Otherwise, you're doing pretty well.
As you say here, Hawksy, Watkins legit just copying the treatment we all thought Brody was going to get. He'll be gone in 2 weeks for Wines. When Wines
potentially. I mean, we don't even know if he's named. I haven't seen anything at the moment, like team sheets or announcements coming out of Port Adelaide saying, hey, he's been named. So that's my only thing.
Well done, Dwayne. Thank you very much for your submission. Martin Coventry with the Derwent Destroyers. 50,000 on the dot left in the bank. That's Sinclair. That's Rosie. Blackiston, Windsor, Sarong, Gusto, Lindsay and Selwood. Bont, Butters, Goulden, Walsh. I like those. Young, Parrish, Bruin, nice. Jagger, keep an eye out for Young. Yep, those are great. Jacko and English. And then the stock standard forward line with McAndrew at the flex. So just a couple of options of Jackson and Young. Keep an eye out for those 2. You could drop a Young down to like a Xavier Lindsay, for example, free up 100K or close there too, to then upgrade Jackson to a gun primo forwards ruck. That could be an option, especially considering Young's uncertainty, I suppose, with his health and conditioning. But otherwise, very nice. On your Martin. Josh Hewitt.
Getting finished almost with all the Facebook teams, guys, and then we'll be heading over to the Twitter teams. Harry. How you going, Harry?
Harry Jesus.
Harry Jesus. That's what happens when I get too excited. Josh. Nice team, Josh. Sinclair, Whitfield, Rosie, Joshy Worrell, first one, McKercher. Mate, he's paying up in that back line. Jai Sarong, Jakes, and Lindsay. I don't know if you need Michael Selwood, but he could be in your team. Zaki Butters, Nick Dacos, Goulden, so going a little bit cheaper. Petrarca there. Hayden Young, Tanner Bruin, and Lindsay. Okay, cool. Going pretty deep in that midfield. Jagger Smith, Carroll, Watkins, and Blamires. Tim and it is called Blamires, Joe. So North Melbourne, cheekily enough, has put out a video. I've reposted it on Twitter. It is called Blamires. So there you go. From now on,
David Jones.
All we need is Lockie Jakes to say Jakes, and then the world's safe at this point.
I don't care. I'm calling him Jacques. I don't give a shit. If he mispronounces his own name, that's his own problem. I'll be here to tell him that his French heritage is Jacques.
Fair enough. Tim English, McAndrew, Cole, Sheasel, Flanders, stock standard 4 line. Yeah, I don't mind it.
Really?
Parish and
Really?
the flex.
Stock standard?
Ooh. Okay, cool. No, I have missed it. Sorry, fellas. Petrarca's in the midfield. Just a good shuffling of players around. I don't know if Coleman Jones plays. Need to wait for team sheets. He was in the second team today at training, so just something to watch. He was versus Cherry, though, so it could just be A's versus B's, and then, you need a second ruckman. So Coleman Jones versus Cherry. Watkins is potentially a watch, but you do have enough money to be able to facilitate a swap to a Carroll. It's different. You've definitely gone a little bit of the mid-pricer route through the midfield and then spending up in the back line, which I'm not adverse against. I think we might be suckered into picking someone like a Michael Selwood, though. So I don't know how you're going to facilitate getting him in. Potentially it's Lindsay if he has a bad game. Selwood is going to price rise after round 1 almost, or round 2. So, yeah, that would be my only concern. If he has another big game, you're forced to make that kind of trade, but just different. And different is okay. So I don't mind it, Josh.
I think someone like a Sam Grill might be more important than Selwood, personally. I think Grill playing off
He doesn't have money. He doesn't have money to make it happen.
He'll have to free up some money. He's going to have to free up some money. I think, I think someone like a Sammy Grill is pretty important playing halfback for the Tigs, who you anticipate will be bottom 4 again, so he'll have heaps of supply. And DPP definitely helps. So, yeah, I would try and get him in. G'day, Jack. Hi, guys. This is a newer team I created. Had sent you the first one through Twitter. What do you think of this new one? I have now added Walsh and Richards, taken out Sherry. Also, Clark became Whitfield to have some extra money. 17K in the bank.
Nice. Let's check it out. Hope you're doing well, Jack.
And good shout out, Causa, as well. No lost in either. So it just means there's a lot more of the pie in the back line for Grill to have.
The only issue I have with Grill at the moment, he'll be in my team. It's just the fact that Banks and Jaden Short are both named alongside him in the back line. Like, how much back line can this guy get if both of those are both distributing off halfback? That's my only issue.
They'll have heaps.
And they're going to get smashed. There's no doubt they're getting beaten. It's just if they're going to go through those two and leave Grill alone, we'll see what happens.
I think, they're going to need to give the ball to Grill because he's got that mix of endurance and pace. He's a rare breed, and they look so much better with the ball in his hands. So, Jack with his team, Gainer for Rayner. You'll love to see it. Sinclair, Rose, Clark, Blackiston, Sarong, Gusto, Lindsay, and Selwood. Butters, Nakos, Anderson, Richards, Walsh, Parrish, Bruin, Jagger. Very nice. English and McAndrew, very cool. Sammy Grill, I like it. Chase, Petrarca, Flanders, Buderick, Philip, stock standard. I swear this is... Eventually the teams sort of tend to meld as one, and I feel like this is one of those ones, which means that it is a very safe team to see your buy structure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, classic, standard 4, primos in round 3, and Nakos is your only primo in round 2, and Sinclair. Yeah, it's good to buy structures early on.
Nice. I don't mind it.
Yeah, well done on your Jackie boy. I like it a lot.
Aiden, what's up, Aiden? 116K in the bank, mate. That's a lot of money.
Victoria's Secret. That's a nice one. I like it, but hey, your secret's out of the bag if you're airing it on this channel, and there's 177 people watching, my friend.
Lachlan, who are we placing Reedy with? I got R3. I got 165K. You're probably only going to have 2 selections, really, unless you go Kalani White, but I don't like starting loopholes because players will get dropped. We have potentially CCJ, or at the moment, Zach Zakalinski, or if he gets named, and we'll find out pretty quick, Mitch Edwards for Geelong, but I don't know the level of scoring. So, yeah, it's not great. But I would rather start someone because, starting dead players when you know you're probably going to get 1 or 2 at some point is a bit rough.
Unless you start both McAndrew and Visentini. What you can do is you can have the loop in Kalani White. And then you can just loop between who's the better scorer out of McAndrew and Visentini every week in the R2 position, because obviously there is the DPP option available for White. So what you'll do is you'll have White at R2 and you'll have McAndrew, for example, at R3. What you look and see how McAndrew scores. If McAndrew scores well, you just keep the loop in R2. If he scores bad, you then can swap him with Visentini and then bench him in the forward line by playing a Marshall, for example, in the flex at that point. So every week, and you can do that. I actually had a look at it. You can do that every week for the first 6 weeks. You can literally loop between Vizentini and McAndrew every single week for the first 6 weeks without fail. It's only until round 7 that you can't do that because of the fixturing. So that's another sneaky little potential tactic play there.
Yeah. Or you could be more sneaky and have 200K and go Mason Cox. But, there you go. Apparently Sam Draper might be available as well for selection. So we'll see what happens there. Zach Alinsky could be dropped before we know it. They've got players coming back. 116K in the bank, not the best. Sinclair, Rosie, Worrell. Yeah, you said Whitfield to Worrell. I don't mind it. Butters, Nick Dacos, Ed Richards, Walsh, Parrish, Tanner Bruin, Sharp, Jagger Smith. No Sammy. I know you got Sam Grill in the back line. Gorn and Cherry. Well, there you go. Gorn and Cherry, Aiden. Nice. Sheasel, Petrarca, Flanders, Buderick. Yep, stock standard forward line. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. A little bit more guns and rookies than maybe what the trend is at the moment. I understand what you're saying about Whitfield and stuff. The double ruck could work out okay, but I'm half expecting both of them to drop about 100K just because of the way that scoring and stuff's going. I don't know if they're going to be scoring more than 100 or more than like 120, but we'll just have to wait and see, really, I think.
It's a very, very nice team. 1, 2. That's it. 2 in round 3 because you got no Swans.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Dacos and Walsh.
A lot less. Yeah.
Early buy players.
Players out, yeah.
Well done, Aiden. Victoria's secret has been let out of the bag. All right, and that is all of the Facebook teams. Wonderful. It's just taken us an hour and 21 minutes to get there.
If you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe. We are trying to get to that magic 3K subs plus mark. I do have our league code on the bottom. It will be starting round 1. There's 3 prizes up for grabs. If you're the number 1 ranked person in the league, you get a free jersey, whatever team you want of your choice. If you get the highest score during a week in the league, you get 2 tickets to the AFL. Just general admission, unfortunately. And booby prize for someone who didn't win the other 2, $20 AFL voucher. So, yeah, you get free stuff, right? Who doesn't love free stuff? So, jump on. I think we've got about 200-ish people. Let me just quickly check the league. 243 entries in the league at the moment. So, there's definitely potential for you guys to, win something up.
100%. Great odds. Alrighty. Can you refresh and review my team, please? Let's just refresh. This.
I think maybe Facebook.
Oh no, this comment only just came up now. So I'm assuming that it's for Twitter. Oh my God, how many teams? All right.
A lot.
Let's go. Let's just get this show on the road before we die. All right, AJ, 5.5K in the bank.
Maybe.
You're a funny one. So we've got Sinclair, Rosie, Blackest, and Grill Sarong. Okay, yep. A light backline.
Farrow doesn't play, obviously, so maybe swap him to Selwood.
Yep. Butters, Nakos, Anderson, Walsh, Young, Parrish, Bruin and Jagger, very nice. Gorn and English, very big. Sheasel, Petrarca, Flanders, Buderick, Philippa, Marshall, very standard. Andrew, yep, this works.
Yeah, I think kind of we've got a couple of people, Joe, if we want to just have a quick check on Facebook. I think we just missed one. I think with a team like this, AJ, the only thing you just got to be careful of is spending too many correction trades may be the only issue. I don't mind it, but it may just be a situation just there. I think there's like a couple maybe above. Oh, we got 2 more. That's it. 2 more from Facebook. Yeah, that would be my only issue.
Happy to go Whitfield to Clark.
What's up, Josh?
What a better rookie. Yeah, you need a better rookie than that. That won't work.
Tobin Murray may play for Freo, so he could be one that you have a look at there.
Sinclair, Whitfield, Rosie, Windsor, Lindsay, Sarong. Yeah, cool. Butters, Nakos, Anderson, Brayshaw, Parrish, Bruin, Grill, Smith. Yeah, that's cool. Gorn, English, Shaw, Cheese, Petrarca, Flanders. Yep, standard. But yeah, probably not Pickett.
Yeah, keep an eye out for Tobin Murray. I think he's probably the one that you're going to be looking for. You haven't really left yourself much to pivot in terms of rookies, but going down to Darcy Cameron gives you like 80k. So there's always that if you have to. I don't mind it.
MJ,
what's up, MJ?
He's out. He's ours. All right, he's ours. If they don't believe it, if they're not Xavier Lindsay truthers, then that's all right. They can miss out. We've spoken about him. I've already mentioned him. I showed him in my team. If they don't want him, they don't have him. Plain and simple. All right, he's ours. Much love to you, MJ. Good to see you, mate.
How you going, mate? Nice to see you on Sunday.
It was very nice. Absolutely wonderful, wonderful event it was. Adam, LDU in for Pickett. Yeah, Pickett has to go, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
45k in the bank. Ass ins. All right. A lot of below the belt names tonight. A lot of innuendos.
Yeah, a little bit dirty.
Got a dirty fan base, mate. Well, you encourage them with the whole merch of sitting on our faces for $50.
Hey, man, $50 is $50, Joe.
No, well, they can sit on your face. For
not in my real life face,
bro. My face is not getting sat on for $100.
Fair enough.
Sometimes people don't deserve nice things, mate. Thanks for having us. It was a great time.
How you going, Jamie? Jamie from volleyball. There you go, Joe.
Yeah, there you go.
Good serving tonight. What do you think of TDK after last week? It's going to be interesting what St Kilda do because there's no Rowan Marshall for at least 2 weeks. His scoring wasn't great, but if he has solo ruck, we'll see. He just gets pushed around a bit, I think. And they're still trying to figure stuff out. So barring like a Sinclair and potentially Naz, I think it could just be a little bit wishy-washy. All right, let's finish up, Joe. This might be the last team, and then we'll jump into Twitter.
Sinclair, Rosie, McCurch, Windsor.
Guys, Facebook's closed.
Butters, Nando's, Brayshaw. The horny one.
Adam.
Clary.
Adam.
Pickett. Harris. Jackson, McAndrew, Sheasel, Buderick, Philippou, Marshall, Lombard, Robertson. Crack in the flex. That's a flex and a half. Roses and Doveston. Yeah.
I really like that forward line. I really like it. No Flanders, which is very, very interesting in the forwards. Be cool to see, Adam, if you were a bit scared off by his 77. I think he's going to be scoring a lot better, though. Yeah.
The run is undeniable, but he's playing forward, man. He's playing too much forward. You're going to get him. You can get him for cheaper with forward DPP at this rate, I think. Personally, 45k in the bank. You could get Horn Francis up to
Sammy Walsh.
100%.
I think that might be a better play for you, Adam. Your rookies are fine. Keep an eye out for Lindsay to Michael Selwood. But yeah, you can grab him in there if you want. And Carmichael, I don't think will play. I think he's still injured. So I love the two small forwards though. I think they're going to make bulk cash this year.
No cash here, Robbo. All right, and that is that.
Yeah, that's us done on Facebook, fellas. Jack, who better to have? Keep Richards or bring in Goulden for 40k cheaper? Then I can grab Whitfield for Clark, who I prefer over Clark. Look, I don't mind Richards. I think he's going to score really well. Have that as a bit of a personal thing, though. If you like Whitfield over Clark, then maybe you're forced to do the trade. I think Goulden's still going to be a fine selection regardless.
Yeah, I love Errol. I've been big on Errol all preseason, so you won't hear a no from me. And I think Whitfield, despite having the early buy, will more than be able to make up points on Clark personally. Crazy Frogs. Here you go. 50k in the bank. Thanks, legends. False advertising. Needs more crazy and frogs. I love it. You're getting a lot of feedback from the general public here. Crazy
There you
Frogs.
go.
This is
Great, crazy
very nice.
frog team.
You don't even need us. All right. So how do I zoom in on Twitter?
Not Sicily. I don't know, Joe. I'm not quite sure. You just like maybe just have to up the top. You can just zoom in like next to refresh. You know where refresh? Yeah, hey, there you go.
Oh nah, but it doesn't quite work, as you can see. Seems to be easier on Facebook. There's just a zoom in button. All right. I've tried opening it in a new tab.
Hey, there you go. Better. Sinclair, Whitfield, Rosie, Jordan Clark. Oh, spinning up in that back line. Sarong, Jakes, Lindsay, Michael Selwood. Love it. Zaki Butters, Dacos, Ed Richards, Neil, Walsh, Petrarca in the midfield. Interesting. Pickett and Smith. Pickett, I think, needs to go. Vicentini, McAndrew. Cool. Going a bit ballsy there. Sheasel, Flanders, Buderick, Philippou, Marshall, Dev Rob, Lombard, and McRae. I don't mind the Mason Cox pick, man. I know people are off him. I don't mind it, but we'll see what happens. I think there's just a couple of glaring issues. Guys like Watkins, I don't know if McRae plays from West Coast. Potentially he does, but I think Dev Rob's ahead of him, at least from what I've seen in kind of trainings and whatnot. Otherwise, the team looks good. I think you've done well to kind of navigate the buys a little bit. Like, you've got 2 in the midfield from round 2, 2 in the midfield from round 3. 3 in the midfield from round 2. So maybe that's something to a little bit worry about. But yeah, the otherwise you're okay. Probably pick it down to a Tanner Bruin if you can. Fill out a little bit with some more mid prices, but I like the team.
Fourth run is possibly.
I don't even know if he's fit, bro.
But yeah, he's clearly underdone. So thank you, Crazy Frogs. I love your team, my friend. All right, and then we get to Harry. Hey, gents.
What's up, Harry?
Could go to Lindsay.
Oh, I don't know which one is the team. Is in the comments too.
37 minutes. And this one was March 9.
Maybe it is that bottom one. Maybe he's done a cheeky and upgraded his team.
Yeah, I'll just look at the newer one. This is so annoying. It's so much easier on Facebook.
Yeah, I know, right? That's all right. Hey, Harry. There you go. Harry, the cheeky boy.
And Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with Cox. I don't know if Sean Darcy's not fit or not, but Cox potentially could play alongside Darcy and Jacko. And we did see during the Amy series, at least, that there were times when Jackson was in the midfield and Cox was rucking. So we'll see kind of what happens with that this year. He's cheap enough to go off and you can pivot down if he's not named. So, yeah.
I swear this is almost my team, and which means I like it.
Well, there you go.
I like it. Well done,
but
Harry.
No Xavier Lindsay.
No, that's the only difference. He doesn't have Xavier Lindsay. He's got Clark. It's very similar to my team, I'll just say. He's got Nakos. Yeah, very good. Very good team. I like it. Well done, Hannibal Lecter. You're going to eat the competition alive. Very impressive. Okay, and then we've got Jamie Ganatz. G'day, Jamie.
What's up, Jamie? 5K left over. Go well for the season. Thanks, mate. Apparently, Darcy's fit. So there you go.
Oh, excellent.
Well, as fit as he can be.
Where is he fitting exactly?
Who knows, Joe?
Oh, come on. I'll press open the image. Oh, I put open link. Sorry. Open link. Open link. No, open image. Yes. Open image in new tab. Yes. Home Alone. Oh, how do I zoom in now? Sinclair, Whitfield, Rosie, Blackiston, Grill, Sarong, Lindsay, Gusto, Butters, Nando's, Richo, Walsho, Youngo, Parisho, Bruno, Linzo.
Joe's a bit tired, everybody.
Hazel, Petrarca, Flanders, Buderick, Filippo, Marshall, Jagger. Beautiful. Yeah. I like it a lot.
Yeah. I like it too. Kind of foregone what could be M5, M6 in terms of primos to fill out the rest of the team. Just be careful of the named rookies. No Sammy Grill could end up hurting you a little bit. Oh no, you do. So you have him in the back line. That's my
he's got a
mistake.
sexy team.
Maybe have to swap Lindsay out for Selwood at some point. But yeah, I like the team.
Yeah, it's very nice. It's very nice. Home alone, you won't be home alone. You'll be bringing in all the ladies or men if you swing that way, because you could potentially be winning Supercoach, my friend. That is a very nice team. And then we've got Dylan.
What's up, Dylan?
Open image. 4.2k. So you got basically nothing. Brazzi's Bulls, Sinclair, Rosie, McCurch, Grill, Lindsay, Gusto, Zane's in the back line, Sarong,
Yep.
Butters, Nakos, Richards, Walsh, Young, Parish, Bruin, Smith, very cool. Gorn and English, very cool. And McAndrew, she's Petrarca, Flanders, Butter, yeah, very nice. I like it.
Yeah. I think personally, if this was my team, Max Gorn could be okay, but could also not be okay. So that'd be my only question mark. Zach Alinsky in the ruck stops you taking another playing rookie, really. Selwood, I think, could end up being a must-have if he does well this week. So how much money did he have? I think that's my only real question mark.
4.5.
Yeah, that's the only thing I've really got with this team is that you're just kind of hamstringing yourself a little bit, and you hate to be that guy that has to change his entire structure of his team to make sure that he can fit in like a player or fit in a rookie. That'd be my only issue. Otherwise, looks good.
Bro, you keep saying hamstringing yourself. My legs are feeling I'm very aware of my hamstrings.
Last a couple of years ago, Max Gorn had a dodgy knee heading into round one, and yeah, we don't forget. B Ports, how's it going, mate?
77.7.
There you go. 77K in the bank. Bo's Backman. Now, this is funny. This is the first Tom McCarthy and the first Josh Dunkley team we've had today, and the first Trent Rivers team. No one had these three players in Facebook, like at all. So it's pretty cool. Scroll back up, Joe.
And the first Zado, and the first Hussein, and the first Burton.
I don't know if like you just got placeholders or you're looking for cash, but you got enough money. So I know we had some Grundy. We've had Grundys before. We've definitely had Grundys. But yeah, Rosie, McCarthy, McKercher, Rivers, Blackiston, Lindsay, and Wayne Dirtskin, who needs to be changed. So probably a little bit of rookie correction that needs to be done in your team. Butters, Dunkley, Anderson, Goulden, Young, Parrish, Grill, Jagger Smith. Okay. Dunkley's a little bit of a watch and see for myself. Maybe you're assuming that with McCluggage out, Dunkley might go a bit bigger. We'll wait and see. Need to fix that Burton rookie, though. Grundy, Cameron, cool. McAndrew is flex, buddy. That's a number one ruckman there. Yeah. Okay, cool. I know how to fix your team. Sheasel, Flanders, Buderick. Yep, cool. Forward line's good. Just need to get rid of El Akar probably, and then the Port rookie. Straight up, what I would do would be throw McAndrew in flex, Grill to the bench. Burton becomes Kalani White if you want to go that way. So you don't need to spend any extra money around anywhere. You get Tanner Bruin in there, and then you get the scoring from McAndrew, who a lot of us have as a primo anyway. Otherwise it's just more. You got a lot of pods. That's my only concern. But if it works out, it works out. So yeah, just one to watch. But just got to fix the rookies. Doverston, Todd Marshall, Malcolm Rosa, some of these guys who have already kind of made us some money, or at least on the way to make some money, I think is probably a good way to go.
Yeah. No money, no honey. All right, Bo. You need to have problems. You need to have money. If you have money, you don't get divorced, my friend. Life's all hunky dory. And if you get divorced, at least you've got money, so you're fine either way. Nini Pasta Super Coach, love to see that.
What's up, mate?
37,500 in the bank. North fan here, so a bit
nice.
Biased. Starting Sherry over English, but that 7-week juicy run is glorious. I'm also thinking Jacos over Whitfield, but need a thought on that. Thanks, legends.
I The beautiful thing about English is that we've already seen what he can do in a round because we've got a running score already. I don't mind the cherry pick, but I'm a little concerned about his actual ability to ruck, which is kind of why we picked him. His movement around the ground is not as good as what it used to be, and I think that's going to be a pretty playing factor in his scoring. I don't mind the Josh Dacos pick, so fine, no dramas there, but yeah, a little bit wary of Cherry at the moment. Hence why I haven't picked him and I've gone English, because I at least know English can take set marks and do a few other things around the ground. In terms of your team, Sinclair, Rosie, Josh Dacos, Windsor, Grill, Sarong. Yep, cool, no worries. Keep an eye out for Michael Selwood if you need him. Butters, Dacos, Ed Richards, cool. Caleb Sarong, haven't seen much of him today. Walsh, Parrish, Tanner Bruin, Jagger Smith. Rucks we've kind of covered. Sheasel, Petrarca. Yep, cool. I like it.
It works. It does work. Well done. Well done, Nini. And then we have Puppy King 12, 286K in the bank.
Joe, I'm not sure if you have seen something right here.
What?
Daniel Green. There you go, mate. Great content. Love this. Rate my teams live. I can also add some prize money to the overall winner. Ooh, check that out. Winner gets $250. I'll send you the money and leave it up to you to track down the winner. Mate, if you want to, we wouldn't say no, but that is a lot of money that you are donating to be able to do that. That's the only thing. We're not going to beg for money. We're not going to go crazy and do that, but 100% if you wanted to. What I would advise is probably get in touch with us on Facebook if that's what you want to do, because YouTube will take a cut if you do it through donations. So that's the only issue there. But 100% if you want to, mate, no dramas. That would be bloody fantastic.
What? This award, though, has to be in your honor.
Yep.
It's not a Centre Bounce prize. This is a U prize. This is a U prize, Daniel. You very generous individual. It's unbelievable. I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like this. What would you like to have the award be called?
Yeah, shoot us up on Facebook, mate. We'll make it happen for you.
Tell us what you want the award to be called, and that's what it will be called. And we might just keep that as a regular feature moving forward from our end year on year. I'm blown away, mate. Absolutely blown away. Can't believe this. Could just call it the Dan Green Award.
Yeah, that works too.
You happy with that? To be called the Dan Green Award? Gotta let us know. That is unbelievable. Well done, Dan. You're a superstar, and the community appreciates you for it, my friend.
Thanks very much, buddy.
Turning back to Puppy King, 286K in the bank. Going to upgrade maybe a mid or a defender. Nasdaq Saints. It's pretty good, actually. I don't mind that name. Rosie, McCarthy. Yeah, that's the thing. And you mentioned it. Yeah, Hawksy also mentioned it before. Picking a West Coast midfielder, their run is very hard. They have a very tough run to start with.
And they'll get beaten up quite a lot too. That's the thing too. It's not an easy situation for them. I don't even know if Harley Reid averages 100. I don't know if McCarthy averages 100 throughout the season. Interesting point that someone made recently as well was, when was the last time we even had a good West Coast player in our Supercoach teams, let alone one that's averaging 100 that we can keep for the whole year. So rookies, I think, will be okay, but otherwise it's a bit rough.
Roberts, McKercher, Grill, Sarong, Lindsay, Jacques, Butters, Dacos, Walsh, Young, Parrish, Bruin, Willem Dersma. It's a lot of money to pay for a winger. Jagger, Brody might not even play, probably isn't playing. McRae, probably not very much ahead of it. Grundy, McAndrew, and the Spud, who's not playing. Shazel, Petrarca, Cozzy. The guy's going through a breakup. Don't recommend keeping him. Flanders, Buderick, Lombard, Marshall, Filippo, and Robertson. So, yeah, otherwise, the forward line is very nice. Could very well just trade Pickett and bring Marshall in, or you can just leave Marshall there. Do you have any forward DPP? No. So just trade him out, bring Marshall in, and then how much money do you have in the bank again? Sorry, you have 286K. All right, that's
Bro's got Bontempelli in the back.
he's got a whole
here. Yeah. He's got half a gulden in the bank.
or half a golden in his team.
Mate, you know what I would love to do? If you could with this team, I reckon you throw Bontempelli at flex. Just the flex on people that you managed to buy Bontempelli for the amount of money that you had left in the bank plus Cozzy Pickett. So, yeah, 100%. Just make it happen, bro. Just Cozzy Pickett out, Marshall to the midfields, throw Bontempelli plus your money.
There you go. Look at this. Sorry about my nickname, Sperminator. Thought it was good for having 5 kids. Look, mate, you're kicking goals. You just can't miss Nightfall. It was all tongue in cheek. It's all a bit of fun. We don't mind the innuendos here, my friend. How come you guys are so against Pickett? Because the guy's going through a separation. He's in the Northern Territory right now because his wife's
round one. Yeah,
his wife's gone up interstate with the kid. That's never a good sign, and he's not in Melbourne at the moment. They are expecting him to play, but nothing is guaranteed. You're not guaranteed tomorrow. So even if he was to come back and play, you just know
he could leave the week after.
Yeah, he could leave the week after. He might want some personal leave. He's clearly going to be distracted by it all. So I had Pickett in my team review. If you watched it, Ethan, I had is this wife 100%, man, Logan. It's actually been reported out there. It is public knowledge, and that he is up in the north. That he's up in the Northern Territory in Darwin for family reasons, and the family reasons is the separation. So, yeah, even if he does come back, you just know he's going to be distracted, and you're not going to get the best out of him. So, as much as I loved him and I've been bullish on him all pre-season, I can't go there personally. Not seeing enough LD spew, says rookie coach.
There you go, on rookie coach. We've seen a couple. We've definitely seen a couple, but we haven't seen as many as maybe we should.
Well, you don't have him in your team, do you?
Well, no, I don't. But that's because he's never been in my team. And I'm just like, hey, look, the biggest thing with me and LDU, right? As a North fan, I have a little bit of a love-hate relationship with him. I love the player, but I hate his effort on field sometimes. And I really need him to show, hey, that he's going to be the guy that we think he can be before I can kind of jump in there and do that. So, yeah, that'd be my only thing. All right.
But yeah, this team, otherwise, Pickett, address him, Dersma.
Flex on him. Yeah, probably not Dersma too. And otherwise, guys like Brody and McRae, you just need to grab the ones who are actually playing. That's probably the big thing. But you can grab a Sharp if you downgraded Dersma. So you got a little bit of extra money to be able to do that.
True. We're holding Young if named. I'm not personally.
Look, I'm not against it. You just have to be weary and understanding that, hey, if the pick doesn't work out, probably jump off in round 2. The beautiful thing about holding Young is that if Cornelio, for example, goes massive in his next game and Young doesn't look great or is in doubt or gets rested for some of the game or whatever happens, you can jump on him and you're guaranteed to make money. So you'll make money in the trade down and then you'll make money in the play going up in price. So there's ways out of it. It's not the end of the world, but you might be spending a trade if the pick doesn't work out straight away. That's the only issue.
LDU, new potato release for 2026. Rookie coach will never become intermediate coach. Nah, come on, man. It's probably tongue in cheek. Good thing I plan on just being a mature age rookie. You look just like Tom. You look just like Tom Stewart, my friend.
Yeah, man.
So
perfect.
It makes perfect sense for you to be a mature age rookie. All right, we get to Hawksy. Hey, Hawksy, you're up. You just hear. I love it how active you are in the chat, and then we also get to see your team. 77K in the bank, a pretty basic team, to be honest. He says. Pretty basic team. Cack's back. All right, I like it.
But no
Sinclair. It's all right. You can't have Sinclair, Rosie, Kirch, Will, Sarong, Jacques, Lindsay, Selwood. All right, going very mid-season draft pick. Going very guns and rookies in that back line. Butters, Nakos, Nando's, Golden, Walsh. I like this very much. Young, Parrish, and Bruin. Very cool. With Sharp, Carroll, and Bill Myers.
Pretty happy in that midfield.
Shazel, Petrarca, Flanders, Buderick, Philippou. This is, when you say standard team or basic team, what you really mean to say is really dead set solid. That's what you mean to say.
Yeah, I really like it. I think like you don't have any of the dogs mids, but that's okay. I think you'd be very, very happy just running this in round 1, and then you just chase some players if you have to, make some changes. But Hawksy, 100%, you're going into this with like risk in one player, potentially McKercher, and that's it. And if you're happy with doing that, mate, just stick at it. Your team's very, very good.
Yep, CC over CC, GZ. Yep, CC top, very nice. Dropped after round 1, coach.
Who are you, like Leon Cameron or Ken Hinkley or mate?
We only have March 9th posting. Yeah, he's gonna. Yeah, look, he might have to bury me, not just carry me at this point. All right, I love it, Hawksy. Very nice.
That's fine. We'll get through it.
Logan's team. Logan has Jagger in the flex. 15. I assume it's 1,000. If Grill pops off, maybe trading Carroll to him after his 2 price rises round 3. Pretty set, barring shock team changes tomorrow night. Okay.
Yeah. Sinclair, Whitfield, Rosie, McKercher. I'll do a bunch of these, Joe. Lindsay, Jakes, Sarong, Michael Selwood. No worries. Zachy Butters, Nick Dacos, Goulden, Walsh, Hayden Young, Parrish, Tanner Bruin, and Lindsay. Another Lindsay for you, Joe. English, Kalani White, Mick Andrew with the sneaky Kalani White. Who's in the flex? Can we scroll down?
He mentioned in the flex Jagger, I think it was.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I like the team. I think you can roll into that. And as you say, if there's any last-minute rookie changes, I think you're fine. Otherwise, yeah, really solid team. Really, really good.
200 people watching. Shout out to all you absolute legends.
Mate, that literally is the highest amount we've ever had. Obviously, or 202. We've just beaten the 203. What is that, mate? Crazy. Yeah, first time ever, guys. Thank you very much. Across Twitter and YouTube. Boy, oh boy, very, very impressive. Thanks for jumping on. Thanks for putting our teams out and showing that as well. And yeah, if you guys can like, share, subscribe.
And also a massive thank you to all of the new subscribers, all the current ones and all the new ones for helping us hit 2.7 thousand subscribers yesterday. You guys are absolutely unbelievable. You make the community a much more vibrant, happier place. And if you guys weren't watching and subscribing, we certainly wouldn't be doing this every day. We love to do the hard work, so you don't have to. And having all of you guys in the chat right now is absolutely sensational. So massive love out to all of you absolute legends.
Yeah. Thank you to the 115 odd people that are watching up on Twitter as well.
Get around him. You guys, Jesus. Oh my God. Jesus called us the GOAT. Jesus called us the GOAT.
Oh, done. Oh, lock it in.
Mate,
204. Whoa.
We're in heaven. We're in heaven. Are we clicking the like button? Oh, if you want to. No one's forcing you to, Spanky. At most 300 to go. Yeah, man, hopefully. 200 people watching. Great. Oh, thanks, Dodgy. All right, we now get to Magnus Sherlock's team with 48K in the bank. 48K. Holmes is homies. I like it. Sinclair, Rosie, Clark, Windsor, Lindsay, Sarong, Bond, Gusto, Butters, Dacos, Anderson, Goulden, Walsh. I like these 5. Young, Parrish, and Bruin. Very nice. Keep an eye out on Young. Oh, this is a cheeky sausage right here.
Liam Reedy loophole doesn't work when he plays round 1.
the freaking spud in the Thursday night football who's dropped. McAndrew, Sheasel, Petrarca, Flanders. Yeah, that is stock standard. Yeah, fix this.
Yep.
If you want a loop, use
Kalani
White.
Yep.
Yeah.
Melbourne have a lot of Sunday games this year, so
yeah.
Yeah.
But
really
otherwise, avoid the loop and pick the player who's named this week. Like if CCJ is named or if ZZ Top is named, you pick those guys instead.
And the beautiful thing about a Hayden Young going back to rookie coach was saying is the fact that Hayden Young, if the pick doesn't work, downgrade him to a Lindsay or someone else come round 3, bank some money on both ends. So it kind of works out quite well. And with DPP, you can grab a Fonty or someone instead as well if you're forced to. So it's really good. I like the team.
Thank you, Magnus. And then we get to Cap and Flash. You're a
Flash. Mate, we must have a lot of these teams because I keep getting notifications from Facebook saying people have uploaded too. So
we're still on March 9, by the way.
Yeah.
It's going to be round 1 will start and we're still doing this.
And we're still reviewing people's teams.
8.6, the 8.6 left in the bank. Captain's 23. We got Sinclair, Rosie, Blackest and Windsor. Yep, very nice. Butters, it's the reply, lads. It's the reply. Oh, there's a reply. Thank you for bringing it to my attention. Never mind, this is the one. Excellent. Okay.
All right, cool.
Okay. 70K in the bank.
Yeah, we got to figure it out, Flash. All good,
Sinclair,
buddy.
Rosie, Bacchus and Grill, Sarong, Jacques, Lindsay, Selwood. Okay, very nice. Butters, Dacos, Anderson, Walsh, Clary, Parrish, Bruin, Jagger, Noyce, English and CCJ. Andy Brayshaw in the flex. Interesting.
Yep.
Jazel, Petrarca, Flanders, Buderick. I guess here's your pod, who's not much of a pod after all the Facebook teams that we just saw tonight. But otherwise, I've also swapped Dev Rob to Roses.
Yeah, so lose a little bit of money. I don't mind the team. It's good. Just have to navigate the buys a little bit, going a little bit cheaper in the back line, but manage to grab all the good rookies, which is what you want. Paying up in the middle, no dogs rookies, so it doesn't overlap too much. Sorry, no dogs primo, so it doesn't overlap too much with your Noah Anderson and Petrarcas. I like it. Good team.
Yeah, Dev Rob should play. And yes, we still do have 40 trades. We do. And 5
boosts. Yeah, 5 boosts.
Happy Flash, you are a superstar. Well done.
You lost this, Joe.
Alrighty. Because I had to click on the reply, unfortunately, which took me into the Flash. Here we are. Okay. Yanko.
Let's plow through these two.
22,100.
Done.
Sinclair, Rosie, Jacos, McKirch, Windsor. Yep, nice. Butters, Dacos, Walsh.
Windhager, yes.
Windhager.
Scott Fathers named him as the weapon. So there you go. Yeah, works out all right.
First, maybe third cogs of the night. English, Kalani White, McAndrew, Jagger, Sheasel, Petrarca, Flanders. Yep, stock standard in the 4. Bro, you got the spud here as well. You've got 2 donuts, bro. Don't do that to yourself. One's enough. Yeah. Look, you're clearly backing in the pick. You're clearly backing in the roll. You think he's going to be picking it off half back. So if that's the case, then yeah, you're picking him. If he makes 150K, that puts him at 590, which basically is premium price. So essentially, you're picking Marcus to be a keeper.
Yeah, pretty much. Just have to fix a few of the dead rookies, really. Reedy, and I think there's like one other. Kalani White, you can keep him if you want. But yeah, definitely Reedy needs to go. Leo, I'm surprised you don't have Leo Lombard, man. Like, he's just a freak, and he's going to score us bulk money. So
just
you need to
switch
chuck
Reedy to Lombard. Yeah, swap Reedy for Lombard. Same price.
And then back yourself in, and, if you have to spend a trade or two, it's not too bad. At least with this team, you've got 2 of the big guys in the midfield. So no Bontempelli, which is fine, but you're not chasing it too much.
100%. 100%. All right.
Done.
Then we've got thank you, Uncle.
David.
And then we've got David Green. Open image and new tab. 87.8k. 87.8. Sinclair, Rosie, Kirch, Blackiston, Sarong, Jacques, Lindsay, Gibkiss. First one.
Nice.
Bont Butters, Goulden.
He's actually named tomorrow.
Oh, good.
Yeah, named for tomorrow's game, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Bont Butters. He'll be a very slow burn. He'll be a very slow burn, but he should play every game if he's fit and healthy. So he'll make money gradually. Bont Butters, Goulden, Walsh. I love these two. Young, Parrish, Bruin, Smith, Grill, Carroll, Lamyers, English, McAndrew with White, Cheese, Petrarca. Yep. All right. Murphy Reed. That's a Murphy Reed.
First one we've seen. There you go. Yeah, I don't mind the team. Just have to, obviously, we've said before, look at McKercher, see what happens. Bont's good. No Nick Dacos. Cool. Watch out a little bit for the round 3 bye, but I think you're fairly even across the board. So, yeah, really, really like it. You just got 4 players out in round 3, but I think a lot of people will, just for the way that teams and stuff are going. So it's not a huge deal.
Farrow's not named, so he's going to have to go.
Yeah, swap him around.
Otherwise, good luck with it. On you, David.
Nice work, David.
Dylan,
that doesn't want to show us his team name. Watch out, buddy.
How dirty is it? Dylan, are you embarrassed by your name? Bro, what's in a name? If you know Shakespeare, you know where that's from. 12.7k in the bank. Sinclair, Rosie, Jacos, Blackiston, Windsor, Sarong, Lindsay, Jacques, Butters, Nakos, Goulden, LD Spew, Parrish, Bruin, Farrow's not named.
No.
You can drop him to Sharp, which you don't have, so that's very easy. Jagger, Grill, Carroll, Blamyes, English and McAndrew. Duff Titler, first one. Sheasel, Petrarca, Flanders, De Blowy, Sam Lawler,
Buderick. Yeah. I worry a little bit with a team like this, mate, that you're putting rookies in positions that maybe aren't going to be the best spots for rookies. There's a lot of really good forward rookies this year. And the fact that you've gone so deep in that forward line, yes, the likes of DeGoey and Lawler and stuff might be okay, but you're missing out on a couple of guys like Todd Marshall. You've got Philippou in there, Lombard, Rob, Malcolm Roses, Dobberston as well. So that'd be my only concern. But if you feel like you can cover it with the rest of the team, go for it. I like this team. It's a little bit different. If DeGoey and Lawler go massive, then you're going to have that big price increase. And, a rookie from the bench plus one of those could equal one of those magical round 6 DPP primos. So in essence, it could work, but it is a lot different than what we've seen. Go for it if you like it.
Yeah, I think structurally wise, you are missing out a lot of value in the forward line. But thank you. Otherwise, Dylan, Mr. Blacked Out Redacted Team. Matthew M, 86.9k in the bank. Pretty happy. Okay. So he's got basically 87,000 in the bank. We've got Sinclair, Rosie, McCarthy. We've sort of spoken about the tough run for the midfielders at the Eagles. Blackiston, Windsor, Lindsay, Sarong and Jacques. Butters, Dacos, Sarong, Goulden, Young, Bruin. No Parrish in this one. Okay. Grill, Smith, Sharp, Carroll, Blamyes, Gorn. It's gone big. Oh, Parrish is in the flex. Okay. Sheasel, Petrarca. Okay. Very cool. So basically, imagine Parrish is here and Smith's in the thing. Yeah. Gorn, obviously, keep an eye out for him. I think you're clearly hedging your bets by picking the most expensive guy. If he's no good, you can parachute down to anybody. So I can understand the reasoning there. Keep an eye on Young. Yeah, exactly. Keep an eye on Young. And yeah, maybe a McCarthy. You could drop a Gorn down all the way to an English type and then have enough money to get McCarthy up to an Uber premium. You do have 86k. 86k, you should be able to net you a really top tier defender as opposed to a McCarthy. You could leave it as is and just put the money on McCarthy to get him up to a Clark, for example, who also doesn't have an early buy. If you're looking for a no early buy premium.
Yeah, that'd be kind of my suggestion. Sometimes it's not great to start players that have a lot of question marks, and I think McCarthy is that kind of player. If he goes big, it's not going to cost you a lot to swap him in for someone else. And as long as you're grabbing someone who's going to be guaranteed kind of top line of their position, it's okay. So, yeah.
Thank you very much for your submission. We're up to the March 10 days. Hallelujah. Zach.
Do round 4 buys get double price rises? Right? You mean the early buys?
Yeah, so if you play round 0, round 1, round 2. So after your round 2 game, they get their first price change. Then round 3, they get a price change as well. So yes, they would have had 2 price rises or price changes by the time round 4 arrives.
Yeah, so if like Fonty goes massive, he could be, 400K by the time you start to offload him. So it's something to think about there a little bit.
Zach, captain of the Max Gorngasm.
Love the team name.
What the fish is happening with the teams today? Sinclair, Whitfield, Rosie, Blackiston, Windsor, Sarong, Lindsay, Jacques. Look, I'm gonna be honest. Thank God the names are funny tonight because I would have been turned off a long time ago. Butters, Dacos, Anderson, Goulden, Young, Bruin, Grill, Smith, English, McAndrew, Cheesel, Petrarca, Flanders, Philip, Goey in the flex. The team's pretty good.
Yep. I like it. Nice, solid team, which is what you want. The goal is a little bit speculative, but if it works and that's a pod that you want to pick, then that's a pod you want to pick. And the beautiful thing is he's got the round 2 buy that if you've got enough money in the bank and round 2 comes around, you can see what he's going to do before he gets a price rise. So if he shits the bed next week, just swap him out.
I'd much rather Parish personally for nigh the same price. You're getting someone who's a number 1 midfielder. I'm not biased just because I'm an Essendon supporter. I literally mean, like, in terms of role, the guy had very minimal CBAs on the weekend against the guy who had the most CBAs. But yeah, look, otherwise, team structure is quite decent. Thank you very much for the Gorngasm. And then we move to Jack. We've already sort of reviewed your team on Facebook. You gave us the updated one. Jacoda Road.
What's up, Jacoda?
Legends, I'm not sold on having 3 primos out with the round 3 buy. 40K in the bank. Have toyed with finding another 50K to start Sherry over English, but just feels gross, as I think he's overpriced from my small take on the way the game is now being played. Cheers.
Yeah, no, I think so as well. I'm happy because I think Cherry's going to guarantee to lose money anyway. I'm happy to take the loss and say, okay, we were wrong about the rucks versus all the information we've had previously. I think round 3, having 3 isn't going to be the worst, but could give you a little bit of an edge if you don't, if a couple of midfield rookies go poorly, it could be the big difference. Though if they go big, then who knows? Blamires could turn into this is Matt Rowell and then just saves everyone through the bye rounds, Joe. Like, that'd be pretty cool.
100%. Sinclair, Rosie, Clark, Windsor, Sarong, Jacques, Grill, Lindsay, Butters, Anderson, Walsh, LD Spew, another Winhager believer, Young, Parish, Bruin, English, McAndrew, Cheese, Petrarca, stock standard in the forward line, and a Jagger in the back. Very nice. I like it. Obviously, some individuals like a Winhager who you're hoping to be a bit of a breakout, but otherwise, very solid structure.
Yep, I like it.
The case for DeGoey, says Jesus. From 2018, he averaged 80 above every year. 2023, in the first 11 games pre-injury, averaged 107. Then he ramped up with a few sub-appearances, averaging 96. High floor, great job, and role security. I don't know about role security. He had...
I don't like to argue with posts like this too much. I think we all have different views on different players. And if we all convinced each other to pick different players, then we'd all have the same kind of teams. So, I'm going to say, I don't call you Jesus. If you feel like De Goey's a fantastic pick and you want him, chuck him in your team. No dramas. It doesn't. It's not a big deal. But yeah, for me at the moment, I'm happy to keep the primos that I've got. He's never really been in my calculations, and we'll see how we go from there. If I'm forced to pick him, then I'm forced to pick him.
Open image, a new tab. Dhruv Valji has got 169.4k in the bank. Ginny
Nice.
and
That's
Connie,
a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. Sinclair Rosie, Jacos, Blackiston wins the grill. Strong Jacques, Butters, Dacos, Goulden, Walsh, Petrarca, Young, Parish, Bruin. Very nice. English and White. Cheesel, Flanders, Butterick. Yep. Standard, Jagger. Yep. This is.
Yeah, really good. Just keep it. Like, navigate the rookies as they're named, but just keep it. Like, you do have a lot of money, so you can splash it around somewhere else. If you don't like the Hayden Young pick, potentially you can go and chuck it somewhere else if you want to.
Could get Clary.
That'd be my.
Could get Clary.
Yeah, Clary.
Put the money on Young and get Clary.
Clary's great.
I like Clary over
yeah,
here.
That'd be my only thing, really.
Makes a good pod.
Yeah, man.
Daniel Saunders, 10.7 in the bank. You also had Goulden. I love it. Sinclair, Whitfield, Rosie, Blackiston, Grill, Lindsay, Butters, Anderson, Goulden, Walsh, Young, Parrish, Bruin, Smith, English, Reedy, Sheasel, Petrarca. It's the same.
I don't mind the Josh Dacos. I think depending on how many big players you're going, fantastic. It's just that he hasn't really done it before, and the Pies have a lot of players coming back. And last game they spent a lot of time chip kicking in the back line. So I don't know if another team is going to let them do that, or if they're going to want to do that anyway. That's my only real concerns with him. But he's made enough, he's got a big enough score that he should be able to make some money for you. So we'll kind of see what's up.
Yep. Otherwise, Rochelle in the forward line is the pod that you're sort of hoping for a bit of a breakout, which is pretty cool. And yeah, otherwise, a lot of very solid picks.
Yep. And spending a little bit less in the midfield so you can grab another player in the forward line. So it's not too bad.
Yep. Yeah. Well done. On you, Daniel.
The beautiful thing with a lot of these teams, guys, is just because the ownership of a lot of players is so high, and a lot of your teams are going to be very similar. So us not spending a lot of time on them isn't a negative thing. It's just like, cool, you've got a really solid team heading into the game, and it's about the players you bring in more so than your starting team. As long as there's no like massively glaring holes.
The username is Pearly Channel purely for channel purposes, not trolling. Name is Noah. You will see my team name soon, lads. I still love calling you Jesus. I still find it hilarious to see Jesus in the chat. It's pretty funny. Peter Damianos with 8K in the bank.
Hey, thanks, Daniel. Nice to have you on buddy.
On you, Mr. Pigeon. Saul Goodman. Sinclair, Whitfield, Rosie, Blackiston, Sarong, Jacques. Yep, cool. Butters, Dacos, Anderson, Richards. Nice. Walsh, Young, Bruin, Smith. Very cool. Watkins, keep an eye out for him.
Yep.
English, McAndrew, Hazel, Petrarca, Flanders, Butterick, Philippou, Marshall. Yep, very solid. Very, very solid.
Yeah, I like the team.
Well done.
Mate. Philip, there's a sorry, Phil. There's the code at the bottom. You see it's gonna roll past again. Look, league code. Chuck it in. You guys can win some amazing prizes from there. Georgiadis could go big in the first 4, 100%.
We had one guy, Mark Lavelle.
One Georgiadis so far.
Mark Lavelle had Georgiadis, and I raved about it. Loved the selection. Kepler Lil of Australia, 77.1k in the bank. Pepsi Max.
Love you, Phil.
Sinclair, cool. Rosie, Kirch, Grill, Sarong, Jacques, Lindsay, Selwood.
Nice backline.
Golden, Walsh, Young, Parrish, Bruin. Very cool, very cool. English and reading. Spud. Sheasel, Petrarca, Flanders, Buderick, Philippou, Robertson, Jagger. Very nice team.
How much money was left?
He said there was 77.1.
Yeah. The only thing I would consider is probably McKercher, but then you really need to free up another 50K to go grab like a Clark. That's my only concern. But otherwise, yeah, nice team. Looks to be navigating the buys well enough. So, yeah, only 2 round 3 guys in the midfield, which is great. 2 round 2 guys in the midfield, which is great. Yeah, not too bad. It's just tough, right? Like you've got 4 round 3 primos out, but everyone's got Petrarca. Most have English, and then like Anderson and Goulden should score well. So just have to kind of deal with it in terms of rookies.
Could drop a McKercher down to a Blackiston, for example, and chuck the money on Young to get another Uber primo mid. But yeah,
you want to do that.
Otherwise, very nice team. Kepler, Finn O with 23.8K. Mikunda forever. I like that.
I love that name. How good. He's not in your team. That's okay.
He's not named, bro. Why would he have?
I know he's not named.
Butters, Dacos, Anderson, Goulden, very deep. No mid prices though. He goes down to Grill, Farrow, Smith, Sharp, Carroll, English, Spud, Feasel, Petrarca, Flanders, Philippou, Marshall, Lombard, Robertson, Doveston, and McCrane.
Yeah.
So this is a guns and rookies team for the most part.
Pretty much smack bang. I just a little bit wary. Like, just have to keep an eye out as the rookies start to get named. Guys like Farrow are currently not named, so you can drop him down to a Marshall in the midfield, and then maybe a McRae up to somebody. But I just don't know if we'll have like 6 midfield rookies. That's the only concern I really have with this team. You may be forced to move some other players around potentially, even if it's a Connor Rosie to the midfield, just to make up the space, and maybe you can grab, a Gibkiss or someone else in the back line. That may be just my only concern with this kind of team. We might just not get like 12 rookies this year to start the season, which is pretty dirty, but yeah, just how it goes. Guys, if you can, please like, share, subscribe. We are trying to get to that magic 3K mark. And congratulations to everyone who, yes, Joe and I are doing the content today, but we've had a lot of people who've been here since the get-go with us kind of commenting and whatnot. So if you're watching on Twitter, if you're watching on YouTube, chuck a comment down. Let us know, hey, how's it going? Yeah, it's fantastic. Kind of keep that engagement going, which is, really helpful and exciting. So, yeah.
Just flood the chat with spuds, please.
Yeah, just chuck whatever in there.
Hexerism, you're up. Oh, there you are.
Check the replies. Is it? Maybe he's reposted. Yeah, there you go.
Can I open this in a new tab?
No, you might have to click on it first.
Yeah, so I just don't want to lose.
Oh, the previous one.
Yeah, where we're at. Update. If Young isn't named this week, I've got a few changes in mind. Whitfield, Farrow, Young, out for Kirch, Goulden, and a cheap plain rookie. Okay. Cool. So we've got open image and new tab. Sinclair, Whitfield, Rosie, Blackiston, Sarong, Jacques, Grill, and Lindsay. Butters, Anderson, Brayshaw, very nice. Walsh and Young. Parrish, Bruin, Smith. Farrow's not playing. Sharp and Blamires. English, Zane, Windsor. Cool. Sheasel, Petrarca, Flanders, Buderick, Philippou. Yep, stock standard.
Nice.
Very good team.
And that's the good thing, as you say, about Young. You can pivot down to some cheaper players that are named. So, yeah, works out well.
Well,
when you're spending those early trades too, guys, don't be afraid to spend 1, 2, or 3. If you can survive, without upgrading your team, and you've maybe spent 5 trades, then I think you're in a really good position. Anything more than that starts to cut into the money and stuff that you might be doing, unless you've drastically had to change someone across the mark. So, yeah. Dodgy Malacca. There you go.
You've taught me something new. I just tried it for the first time, and it worked.
There you go, Joe. Locked in.
Thank you,
23, 230K in the bank. Oh, but then that doesn't really work. Then you still have to press it.
Yeah. Rockies obviously changed. Dante Viz can easily turn into TDK or
Nice.
he who must not be named. Love the content as always. Thank you, Joy. Melrose Hospital? Okay. Does that mean you live near Melrose Drive? I know where that is. Okay, very cool. Whitfield, Clark, McKercher, Blackiston, Sarong, Jacques, Lindsay Edwards, Butters, Dacos, Richards, Rosie, Walsh, Young, Parish Bruin, Draper, Carroll, Vizentini, McAndrew, Shazel, Petrarca, Flanders, Buderick, Philippou, Robertson, Marshall, Lombard. Cool.
Mm.
Good team. Solid team. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very expensive R3.
That's not Mason Cox.
And Sid Draper probably isn't playing.
Yeah, I don't think he'll play.
Check
And
if Edwards is named, but he can very easily be Selwood.
Yep. So it's more just rookie management, I think, with this kind of team. Stock standard, as you say, Joe, for what we're kind of seeing today, which isn't a bad thing. The beautiful thing about these kind of teams too, guys, is that if the mid prices work out, you've got enough money to now jump in and grab some really amazing players. And, you know, one guy on the bench plus a Hayden Young equal Bontempelli. You know, the same with Carroll, same with Myers, same with Jagger Smith and things like that. So could be filling out our teams pretty quickly.
Nice. Very nice. I think he's a better pick than CDT. Then get to the black flag. John's black flag. G'day, John.
What's up,
Hope you're
John?
doing well. 165K in the bank. If Young doesn't play, I will go Doveston to Murray and bring in Golden for Young. Excellent.
Nice.
Sinclair, Whitfield, Rosie, Clark, Windsor. So that's pretty deep. 4 primos and a mid pricer. Butters, Dacos, huge. Petrarca, Young Bruin, Xavier Lindsay. I love it. English, McAndrew, Shazel, Flanders, Buderick. This is a great team. I love your team, man. Well done.
Nice. I love it.
I'd do it already. I wouldn't even wait for Young to be named. I'd just do it now. Adding Goulden to these 3 is amazing. What would that do? I mean, one.
Just have to navigate that round 3 by because
there'll be 4 premiums.
Yeah.
That's fine. 4 premiums, I think, is fine. Very nice team. Very one, John. Great one. Lordy.
A couple of questions. Changed Goulden to use that 40K. Cool. Done. Is Goulden top 8?
I think he is.
I'm not. Yeah, Joe thinks he is. I'm not set. I will need to see a lot from him to be able to do that. Hey, going to the game on Friday. There you go, Joe. Joe's going.
I'll see you there. I'll see you there.
Also, Big J, are you going on Sunday? Ooh, nah, not for me on Sunday, unfortunately. What do you think Walsh will score tomorrow night? Hoping a 120. Hoping. I think he'll beat up on Richmond a bit. It just depends if he gets a bit of attention. Risk of me having Smith, Carlton, and my Emma loophole. Travis? Potentially. I don't like starting dead rookies. I think that's going to put you down a pretty nasty hole. So I would prefer if you were listening to me, I'd say probably don't start any dead rookies. Chuck him in the flex, enjoy the scoring. That's a bit rough.
Yeah.
Hi guys, I'm late on the phone to my niece. 2 hours, mate. There you go. Maltesing, nice to see you. Jack still wants Walsh's VC on our members team. There you go.
Seems like
Friday night. There, cool. Yeah. Done. Let's keep plowing through these.
Sinclair, Rosie, McKercher, Blackiston, Kidding, Coleman, Jack Lindsay, Sarong, Butters, Anderson, Finn Callahan, Golden, Young, Parish, Bruin, Smith, Grell, Sharp, Blamise, English, Spud, Shazel, Petrarca, Flanders, Buderick, Philippo Marshall. Another Degoe believer. Look, you do you guys. You reckon there's upside? You can do it. Noah, I think this is you, Jesus. Very nice. Otherwise, I can see why you're backing in your boy because you've picked him. So very good. Nice team.
I only just worry about you having to chase Dacos and Bontempelli, but if you've got some other big boys, it's not the end of the world, which is cool.
He's got Finn Callahan instead.
I mean, Dacos got tagged last week and still scored a 117. So I think it's going to be based week on week, but I think Dacos is good enough as a player. I don't think the tag's going to affect him that much.
He's got more experience dealing with tags, whereas Nas has never been tagged before. So I'm Don supporter too. Oh Jesus, I love you even more now. Causa 140k in the bank. That's a lot of money. Causa 140k. Sinclair, Rosie, Clark, Blackiston, Sarong, Jacques, Lindsay, Selwood, Bont, Butters, Dacos, Golden, Young, Parrish, Bruin, Jagger. Very nice. Very nice. English. McAndrew, Shazel, Petrarca, Flanders, Buderick. This is a very, very nice team. Causa, I love it. What do you do with the money? I reckon hold the money. I can't see any obvious plays.
Unless you want to go like a Hayden Young up to an Oliver or something like that. Otherwise, looks good.
Or if Selwood is dropped, you can get another mid-pricer.
He'll play the whole year.
You could get Kadeem Coleman, for example. But otherwise, very nice team. Good use of funds. Or you could put it onto Clark or no, probably not. No, it's very nice. Well done, Causa. You're a superstar. Matt. 35k in the bank. Rob's not the best selection. Blocking away the players. I love watching. Excellent. Well, you want to have fun watching.
We're playing through the questions too, Joe, which is good. That one was only three hours ago.
Blackiston, Sarong, Jacques. I'm just ignoring you. I'm just trying to focus on this. Bont, Butters, Dacos, Anderson, Young, Parrish, Bruin, and Smith. Sharp. Okay, yep. English and CCJ. Shazel, Petrarca, Flanders, Buderick, Philippo, Lombard, Grill. Yeah, none of these selections are
really good team.
Great team.
Really, really, really good team.
I love it. Well done, Matt. Matty from 3 hours ago. 40.7 left.
Up, Matty.
That's all right. Let's have a go. Oh, dear.
Yeah.
I love that name.
Whitfield, Rose. So first Whitfield we've seen a while and no Sinclair. Whitfield, Rosie, McKercher, Windsor, Cool, Coleman, Jarks, or Jakes. I'm going to keep forgetting that. Selwood would be good in that back line, but that's okay. Going fairly, I guess, comparatively light. Butters, Dacos, Walsh, Hayden Young, Parrish, Tanner Bruin, Smith, and Carroll. There you go. Darcy, Cameron, and English, Joe. So double ruck. Sheasel, Petrarca, Flanders, Connor that's our first Connor McDonald, which is cool. Luderick, Philippu, Lombard, and Rob. No Todd Marshall, but that's fine. I guess you can always bring him in. I'm worried a little bit about your midfield. I think you should end up putting one more player in there. If I had this team, just scroll up, Joe. If I had this team, what I would probably like to do is Connor Rosie to the midfield, Chuck Carroll on the bench, and then Will Brodie up to Selwood. I think that would be my probably just major change. Otherwise, I don't mind the team. Got enough cash gen and things like that it doesn't hurt you too much. I really like the team.
All done.
Yeah, just swap around a couple of rookies, really, Matty. Otherwise, it looks good.
David Lynch.
What's up, David?
From 1 hour ago. Okay, we're getting close to the end.
Yep.
Yeoman, 7,000 left. Rosie, Clark, Sick Dog. Wow. Roberts, Blackiston, Jacques, Lindsay, Sarong, Butters, Nakos, Sarong and Young, Parrish, Bruin, Xavier, Lindsay, alike. Sharp, Carroll, Blamires, English, DeConning. Jay's DeConning is, he'll be all right this week, maybe. He's up against Gorn. Shazel, Petrarca, Flanders, Buderick, Philippo, Robertson. Yep, classic stock standard. Beautiful. And then, of course, McAndrew in the flex. I like all of it. Sicily, obviously, is a bit of a question mark. Can he recapture his best form? If you can, then you're laughing at that price. If not, then you're crying at that price. Roberts, does that role persist or does he go back to half back? I don't know. It's up in the air. But hey, you believe in him, and I believe in him too as an Essendon supporter. Love me some Archie Roberts. But yeah, otherwise, in terms of structure, I like it a lot.
Yeah, structure's good. Just a couple of questionable picks, as Joe says. First on Conning, we've seen, which is cool. Running that triple ruck. You're not hampered too much by the round 4 bye or the round 3 bye, which is cool. Yeah, I don't mind it. Just a couple of picks. Like, if it's 2 picks in the back line, who cares? We can move players around and stuff. So,
Indeed.
very, very pod with Sicily. I think it's the first Sicily we've seen today too.
It is.
Well
done, David.
Potentially, yeah. He might be playing. Marathon, Yankos, marathon, run. Mate, I don't know if you've noticed, I've snacked a couple of times, but I know Joe's plowing through, so he'll definitely smash some food afterwards.
No, I'm heading to the shower and then biting my pillow. I am very tired.
There you go.
Gone mad. You've got 15K in the bank. Sinclair, Rosie, Roberts, another Rivers, second one of the night. Blackiston, Grill, Sarong, and Jack. Butters, Dacos, Richards, Walsh, Parrish, Cogs. Maybe the third Cogs of the night. Bruin, Drape. That's a ballsy call. First game of the season this week. Holy shit! Okay.
Yep.
Against Grundy too, mind you.
Guys, we'll probably say too. I'm just going to post it up on Twitter, but no more teams after now because we're still getting teams at the moment. Unfortunately, there's a few more teams going. So I know we've been getting a lot of views and stuff, which is fantastic. But yeah, we can't be here till tomorrow, guys. I know as much as a few people want us to be. Yeah.
Sick Dog in the flex. That is a flex.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just a few unique picks, I think.
Yeah.
I think Draper may end up being a bit of a liability for you. And with a team like this, I think you can't have too many of them. So you just have to be a bit careful with doing that. Mate, we already did the Facebook. We did that at the start of the stream. Facebook was first and then Twitter. So if your team's there... We
spent over an hour on Facebook as well. So,
yeah.
Yeah,
your team's there, you'll be there.
Sorry about that. Oh, you already posted there? Well, we might have already done it.
Just have to jump through. If you skip backwards on the stream, you should be able to find out where your team was.
But it was over an hour ago. So, yeah. Up to just K. John J. Zinger. How much is left? 20.5. Sinclair, Rosie, Kirch, Blackiston, Lindsay, Jacques, Sarong. Kondo! Well, he's on debut. The thing about Kondo, though, is I'm not sure his role, he stays in the role. He's just filling the Jordan Ridley injury. Ridley, according to the injury list, will be back in a couple of weeks. So, yeah, don't rely on Kondo to still be here. I wouldn't be picking him. I know he's cheap, but I don't think he has the job security. Butters, Dacos, Anderson, Goulden, Walsh, Parrish, Bruins, Jagger, Sharp, McRae, Blumeyes, Sherry, McAndrew, and CDT. Shazel, Petrarca, Flanders, Buderick, Philippou, Lombard. Yep, Sam forward line. Grill, very cool. Yeah. Nice. The on-fields are cool. I like the on-field.
Yeah. Just a bit of a case of navigating rookies, as we've said before, for a lot of people. Not sure if McRae is going to be named, and then kind of just reassessing from there, really. But nice, solid team.
Travis, I'm surprised I haven't heard the bike tonight.
Mate, I can open the window and we'll see, but I haven't heard it much too, just before.
Tony Gamma, 40K
up, Tony?
left. Holy crap, what the hell's up with your screenshot, man?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like an Apple thing, maybe. Like it does it really weird. Back line, let's start from there, Joe. Whitfield, Josh Dacos, D2. Okay, very interesting. Blackiston, Coleman, Lindsay, Selwood. Cool. I don't mind the rookies. Don't know about Jacos, D2. Butters, Nick Dacos, Rosie, Goulden, Walsh, Petrarca, Parrish, Tanner Bruin. Cool. Going the double rucks, English and Darcy Cameron. Sure, no worries. Sheasel, Flanders, Buderick, Philippou, Lombard, Rob, and Mick Andrew. Yeah, I don't mind it. The back line is very cheap. I think that's going to potentially hurt you a little bit. Sinclair is very, very good and might pop out a couple more 100-y type scores. So just be a bit careful with that, I think. I don't know where you'd get the money from. That's my only issue. But, yeah.
From DCAM going all the way down to McAndrew.
Well,
or to Vizentini.
Yeah.
Yes. You Come Inside Me. It was an insane game. Insane. Well done.
Parish or Windsor. I'm happy to start Parish if I was going to start one of them and then downgrade, because Parish has got the role versus Windsor that we've seen, like an Amy game versus North Melbourne and then half a practice match. So, yeah. Or the other way around. You know what I mean?
Come on, man. You know that button right there is the single screen screenshot. 22K.
You're very lucky, Jason, that you're in the chat and you've just posted at the same time as that picture's come up. Otherwise, we might have said, see you later, mate.
That's Brad's face. What? That's Brad's face.
Brad's face is from Brad's chat.
That's hilarious. All right. I forgive you. Sinclair, Whitfield, Rosie, Grill, Sarong, Jacques, Lindsay, Selwood, Butters, Dacos, Anderson, Walsh, LD Spew, Young, Bruin, Jagger, English, Vizentini. Very cool. Does that mean you've got McAndrew in the flex? Yes, it does.
Yep.
She's with Petrarca, Flanders, Budrick. Yeah, nice team. Great team.
Yeah, it looks good.
Love the team.
I don't think LDU will be around the top 10. No early buy and a great run. Hopefully starts well. Yeah, that's the thing with me too.
And we're done.
I think you just need to refresh it, Joe, because there was like a couple of teams that popped up about 5 minutes ago. Yeah. So just refresh. But we're getting there, boys. Almost finished. Thank you Thank you everyone that has jumped on.
Recent. Yeah. I've just refreshed and Jason's one's still the last one, yeah.
Maybe that's the last one. I have one from Kevin Stevens at 8 minutes ago.
Jez?
Yeah?
Remind me next time I see you, I'll slap you.
Sorry, Joe.
All right, where is it?
This is the wrong page. Press back. That's all right. Kevin's will be the last one. Just have to find us. Yep.
Oh, no. I want the actual... Oh, I don't want to watch us.
Technical difficulties, boys. Oh, it's all right. It happens. Scroll down. And it is Blum Myers too. For you guys that are watching. There you go.
Am I back in here or where am I going?
Yeah, just press it. So it's probably recent. Yeah.
Jason Wickens is the last one.
Okay, cool. I don't know why it's not working. Sorry, guys. If we have any troubles and we haven't done your teams, feel free to shoot us a message on Facebook. I know Joe is very happy because now we get to go to bed and we both have work in the morning, which is cool. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the stream. Captain Flash, we can't do the infinite stream, unfortunately. That would be very cool, though. Yeah, shoot us a message on Facebook, guys. We will be around. Happy to check that out. Mate, it has been good, Joe. One more of these to drive home tomorrow. Maybe I'll get a guest on if anyone YouTube-wise wants to shoot me a message. MJ or somebody, we can do a final team on, like, for having a look at the final teams on Friday. But, yeah, let us know. Blue Iris, apologies if you didn't see your team. We did try and find it. Shoot us a message on Facebook and happy to have a look at it and let you know what we like. So, yeah. Chilling. Guys, have a great day. Thanks for jumping on, especially you guys on Twitter. Magic number. We actually got to 212 people, which is very, very cool. Our biggest number ever across both platforms. So, yeah, sleep well, mate. Gotta go. That's it. We'll see you tomorrow, fellas. And I will update that with the extra new members on there too. So stay tuned for that. We'll get it figured out for you. Bye.
Bye.